What's going on, everybody? Name's Corey McCarthy. We are back after taking a year off last year with your MIAA State Tournament predictions. Uh, my name is the name I already said, Corey. Well, I'll pass it to Marcel. You're muted. You're muted, brother. You're muted.
Marcel Smith on Twitter. It is All We Do Is Work. Please follow on Instagram. It is SupermanCell42.
Greg.
Hello, everybody. Greg Berry, head coach, Boston Latin Academy girls basketball, but also part of a great group of guys here. No face cuts. Glad I can enjoy you guys today.
Introducing yours truly, the king of Jackmel, Fred. You don't say it. Proud Bostonian over here. Just showing love to all the hoopers in Mass.
All right. All right, man. We got the before we get into the state tournament, all four of us attended the cities. I know there's a couple of brothers in here who were on the bench for a game, but what is the general? What are your general thoughts on the girls' state championship?
I'll let you go first.
No, Barry, you go first.
Nah, you go first. You go ahead. I'll finish it.
My overall thoughts on the cities as a whole was that it was very good. As far as the girls, well played, deserving champions. O'Brien's tough. They're senior laden. They had great experience. The young players can play. They were coached well. They play tough. They deserve everything they got, and they're going to be a tough out in the state tournament.
I'll say an amazing experience, both on the boys and girls side. Great turnout by the community. Glad to see the city of Boston and some of the legends, as well as some great people, some great community activists, a lot of people within the community of Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan being there, as well as a strong BPS showing. Shouts out to BPS Athletics as well as BPS student support. On the girls' side, great four teams. Want to give a shout out to Snowden, New Mission, and the eventual champion O'Brien. An amazing group of young ladies, senior led. Also by a great coaching staff, an amazing coach is Shalice Smallwood, former Harold All-Scholastic, as well as Dream Teamer for her alma mater, O'Brien. So want to give them credit where credit is due. And overall, good turnout by the city. So shout out to the city of Boston for making it a great event for the students as well as the families for that week.
Excellent. Go ahead, Fred.
I thoroughly enjoyed my time at cities. I know the last couple of years, the format and they pushed the time a little bit earlier, and obviously it was COVID, the lack of attendance and stuff like that. I was so proud that, as Greg stated earlier, the amount of BPS staff, student support, and legendary Hall of Fame players and coaches in attendance, and well-deserved community awards to those who were nominated. It was just a great turnout. All the kids came in, were positive, we had so much school spirit and stuff like that. I know recently, last couple of years, there's been some of the students or kids were being tainted via the media and all that kind of stuff, but the kids were well behaved and had a great turnout. So yeah, I was extremely proud of the outcome.
Yeah, generally people have a problem with kids and compliance anyway, and particularly Black and brown kids and all of the anti-Black and brown students and kids. They had nothing for us that day, and shout out to you guys. Shout everybody out. But I wanted to talk about and sort of mention the level of play. O'Brien really warmed up well, right? And I think that went a long way. I think that O'Brien had a lot of connectedness, and that really changed. And you could tell New Mission was young, but senior leadership goes a long way, and they have the right mix for that. I would like to see more of the. You could tell when development is happening with a team when the extra pass is made. I also often look for dump downs, pick and rolls, identifying the player or making the read, and they were doing that. It doesn't mean that the other teams weren't a step away. I've seen tremendous growth in Latin Academy despite losing arguably their best player. New Mission, they're young, and if they stay together, they'll be there for a very long time, as well as O'Brien. So overall, on the girls' side, I was impressed. A few years ago, we weren't to that level where folks were quite honestly super excited. But folks showed up and showed out for the young ladies. As far as the boys, just 3 tremendous games across the board. Strong coaching. You can see the strategy. You can see the want, the desire. And then I think there's something to paying attention to the game plan, because in all 3 games that we watched, I believe it's 3 games, the 2 semis and a final, all 3 games, there was there were errors that was made because someone or a few people did not pay attention to the particular scouting report, whether it is taking a charge when somebody is head down, not passing, whether it's rotating off of someone, whether it's not keeping somebody in front of you. I think the usage of timeouts was questionable in some cases. However, it paid off for many teams, and it hurt some teams as well. I think the young men that were involved accounted themselves very well, but they also were able to sort of bring a natural spirit to the city, where folks could see that young people were there to cheer on young people, and the adults, we just got to be invisible. And I think that what's underrated in Boston is the city tournament being a natural experience, and I always say it's one of the top 5 experiences in the city of Boston, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Depending, whether I'm every year, no matter where I am, I'm definitely going to be a part of the city tournament. It's just literally one of my favorite things to do. But I thought the overall gameplay was well, but I also saw some things that gave me some confidence for many of the teams going into the state tournament. So I just want folks to think about that, and to really really lock in on the state tournament. Now, I know the city tournament is wonderful, it's amazing, but you build your legacy in the state level. There's places that I still go now, and people remember a particular play or something like that because we were so active in the state tournament. But the state tournament could also break your heart. You could actually win the cities, and then or perform well in the cities, and then all of a sudden lose in the first round. And you just gotta, I implore coaches and young people to really, really embrace that grind you got coming up, and every little detail matters. So we see Orlando's in the building. What's up, Orlando? Y'all see
Orlando.
The go to Brockton.
Brockton's finest fan, and just a longtime supporter of all things Brockton. He also does the calls of the games. Not sure if he'll be working the state tournament game, but there's nobody better than Orlando.
Oh, Yuli. Shout out to Yuli.
Yuli coming in with Brookline.
Listen. Let's get without further ado, let's just get into the predictions. And honestly, before we do that, actually, let's just talk about the overall. What do you guys think about the season? Between the 4 of us, we've seen hundreds of games, right? So what do you think about the overall play so far?
So I'll go first, because as I stated last year, coming into this season and at the beginning of this year, this was one of the better from day one until now, one of the better seasons I can remember. There's not really a truly dominant team, at least on the boys' side. I believe there is one on the girls' side. We can get into that. But there's teams that are just playing very good basketball. I saw Bridgewater Raynham. Fred was with me early in the season, and I thought that was just one of the most well-played games I had seen from beginning to end. New Bedford, for example, who I called very early in the season saying New Bedford was going to be a formidable opponent in the state this year, all over the state. They played well. Wareham is just fantastic to watch. They are just fantastic, up and down. I wish they played a little bit more defense, but we'll get into that later. Boston Latin Academy, just well coached. The kids follow the game plan. I'm privileged to see their practices. Their practices are elite level every day, very competitive. It's been a great season overall. On the girls' side, as an assistant with Coach Berry, varsity assistant, we scout so much that we really only see our opponents, and then we have to watch. Live. We watch film on just about everybody else, and there's a ton of great teams. This is going to be an amazing state tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just to tack on to what Coach Marcel said, it was. I would say definitely, especially on the boys' side. I think, for my picks, I'm kind of an old faithful person, so I kind of look at when you look at past games, you look at games from a year ago from certain teams, and that's what I kind of did. But you got it. I would say with Division 1, 2, or 3 kind of wide open as far as who we think it can be. On the boys' side, on the girls' side, I think we kind of in one division we kind of got a fear of who we think it is going to be, and that's usually in Division 1. But basketball across the board, boys and girls, so far all the games that I've seen have been highly competitive. Yeah. This by far is one of the better years. It just seems like ebbs and flows. Like last year was so. This year seems like it's back to being high level.
Upsets and favorites. The intersection of upsets and favorites. Can favorites get upset?
Yeah.
Right? Or could the underdogs really step up and win the matchups, right? I think sometimes there's some favorable matchups that are coming into the season that I think are going to rock this whole thing. I think this is going to be a tournament of upsets.
There's going to be a lot of upsets in this tournament.
And I'm a person that I hate being wrong, but I think I'm going to be wrong a few times, and that's all right. But I tell you one thing: there's about to be a ton of upsets. But what I will do here is let's see here if we can do this.
Are we going to start with D1 or?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen being shared? It should be shared right now.
Not yet. No.
They're supposed to. Oops. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yep. It's coming in now. Yep.
Right.
There we go.
Ooh, I want to start on the right side. And now, for the record, we're only picking the preliminary in the first round.
Okay.
For the record, we got about 4 or 5 other shows after this.
Yeah. Can we zero in a little bit?
Let me see if I can get it in a little bit more here.
Oh, that's perfect. I can see.
Yeah.
All right. We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Belmont, Chelmsford.
Who's going first?
We'll do it by age, so that means Barry's first. Is that right?
That means age before beauty, brother. Go ahead.
No, when I'm saying that, I mean you're the youngest. So no, the youngest. Let's go youngest to oldest.
All right.
Right, you're up.
All right. I'm not gonna lie. You talking about the Belmont game?
Yep.
I got Belmont.
New coach hooping.
Yeah.
They're hooping. They're hooping. They got a new coach. I love the old coach, Darren, but there's no mistake about it. They're hooping. So
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna go with Belmont.
I think it's unanimous. I'm gonna go with Belmont as well. They're back to where they're young, but I think they'll get back to where they were before. Because again, they did have a great coach previously. They have a new coach now. And plus that community stays well as the basketball connections there that they have with other people who are associated with the Belmont community. So I'm taking Belmont.
Yeah, Belmont, they're going to have the home court advantage, which is great for them. New coach, it seems like they're playing for the coach. Not that they had it in the past. It just seems like Belmont's out to set a new precedent and make a new identity. And I have Belmont winning this game.
You'll get the invite. We got plenty more shows. You in Orlando. I see you. I see you. I see.
I've talked to him about it already.
I see you, bro. You're the comment maker. I see you.
Dang.
I see you, bro. I see you, bro. I see you.
You gotta relax.
I see you, bro.
He sure can wait.
So, Sal, you made your pick, or did I miss that?
I picked Belmont just like everybody else.
All right. So then the winner plays Andover. If you pick Belmont and Chelmsford, you got Andover. Who wins that?
No shade toward the young coach. Yeah, it might be Curtis, man. I got Andover.
I know the Andover coach really well by observing and watching him coach. In past, we got the scrimmage against them when I was at a former school, and animated, but knows his X's and O's, and usually has an amazing system. So I'm gonna go Andover.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? First of all, I got a ton of respect. Listen, I picked Belmont, and I'm glad they made a good choice with a new coach. But I don't really got a ton of respect for the administration over there, athletic department. But it's all right. Adam used my guy until y'all started acting funny. But whatever. You're gonna lose in the second round at Andover. What do you got, Sal?
I got it. It's in between the D and the O, and it's over. And I got Andover winning that game. They got the home court advantage, the number 2 seed, and it's over. I got Andover.
Okay.
Jay Leezy on there, my daughter. Shout out to my
anyone's game right now. Cambridge, Marshfield.
Ooh. I got Marshfield. I don't know. I feel like we were talking about earlier about upsets. Not to say that Cambridge can't play, they hoop. I saw them play against Brockton early in the year, and just recently against the Burke. Man, I don't know. I feel like it might be an upset.
You go with Marshfield?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm definitely I got your back, Cambridge. I'm going with Cambridge on this one. Didn't get to see that much of them. Heard a lot about them. For this one, Cambridge, I'm going rolling with you. Got home court advantage as well, so that's probably going to play a little role into it. Going Ringe and Latin.
So
I saw Cambridge early in this year against Brockton. I liked what I saw. I understand where Fred is going with the upset special. However, I think Cambridge is just going to end up squeaking it out. And I like, and it's more so of just, I would love to see that. I would like to see that Andover Cambridge matchup after the game, after the fact. So I'm going to go with Cambridge in the hopes I get to see the Andover Cambridge matchup.
I'm going Cambridge. Not even a thing. Back Marshfield up. Sorry. Plus, I'm like you. I want to see that rematch from a few years back when Cambridge was number 1 in the state, and Andover was a couple of plays away from taking them out. I mean, there's no love lost there, right? So we'll go there. Methuen versus Everett.
That's the game. I might have to drive up for that one. By the way,
I might have to pull up to that game. A little far though.
That's one of the games I have listed as I could possibly be in attendance is Methuen Everett.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Okay, but we got to make a pick.
You got to pick somebody.
We got to pick.
I'll go first this time. I'm gonna roll with. I'm taking Everett, man. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I say Everett in a close one. You know, shouts out to the head coach over there, doing an amazing job, and those guys over at Everett. Let's get this one. Let's get this first one out the way.
Oof, man, I love you know how I feel about D1 North, man. So like when I think of Methuen, I think of like Lawrence and Central and what's Georgetown, all that. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I like Methuen. Shoot, I watched them play yesterday at the JV tournament. They have some promising athletes, a great coaching staff. But I'm gonna be loyal, man. I'm gonna go Coach G, man. He got those boys playing extremely hard, and as long as they buy into his system, his demeanor, it could be an upset.
See, that's the problem. I love G. I think G's one of my favorite guys. Y'all don't even know if I watch the kids play with G's coaching. Because G's insane, right? And they got the right coach.
I agree.
But he has to work too hard to get them to play the way they need to. And I hope they prove me wrong. But I got Methuen winning. I got Methuen winning by like 12.
I mean, but Corey, man, respectfully, man, like G got those kids playing extremely hard. Like
I know,
like this, like the Pistons of like '87 on a broken leg, bro.
They got to play harder. Methuen is not easy, bro. Nah. They're not. It's not a cakewalk with them. Them dudes know how to play. I'm going with Methuen. I love you, G, though. I love you, G. Don't do me dirty after the call.
Yeah, you're gonna have a call.
I gotta keep it 1-0-0.
Hey, if the stream is interrupted, just for the people in the public, that's probably G calling us to bash us. I'm gonna go with bash Corey because I'm gonna go with Everett. I love Methuen. I love everything about the area. I have some ties to that area, or friends who live in that area. But I'm gonna go with Everett. I've seen Everett a couple times this year, and they just play really, really hard. Corey does make a good point. Sometimes you do start watching G because he's coaching as hard as the players are playing. But I think those boys can pull. It will be an upset. It will be an upset. They're the 39th seed versus 26. It will be an upset. But I got Everett. Also, let me add on. Also, that gives us another matchup of a game that me and Corey attended a few years back. Attleboro versus Everett at Attleboro.
Who went? All right. So, I mean, it goes to the next round then, right? So like,
hold on, Corey. Hold on. If you wear that 3-piece Suge Knight suit, man.
The
Suge Knight suit.
I don't care. Listen, if any of y'all out there watching basketball, don't go out there and watch G coach Everett. Y'all are crazy. That's must see TV, man.
You got the whole boys family coaching at this point.
Hell yeah.
You got all the boys there coaching.
Somebody might start doing push-ups.
Gotta love it.
All right. When it gets Attleboro, Methuen. So for me, I pick Methuen, Attleboro. I think Methuen. I think they hit their. You peaked, homie. I'm going Attleboro.
I'll say I picked Everett, Attleboro, Everett. I'm going to go with Attleboro on that.
And it's at Attleboro.
And it's at Attleboro, so I'm going to go ahead.
That's a nice
beautiful gym, but it's always Attleboro's always a packed house.
So let me stop. The views expressed are mine and mine only. Mine and mine only. Don't start playing with me, one of y'all.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'm about to say something ignorant. Methuen has a nice ass gym. It's a good shooting gym. I think not Methuen. I'm sorry, Attleboro. And Attleboro, I think Attleboro wins. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I'll say this: if they allow, if the officiating allows them the boys to play physical, I don't know. I feel like it could possibly be an upset. But if they start calling reaching fouls, people in the bonus and all that, that did take the out. Not to say Attleboro can't play. I saw them play early in the season. They definitely could play. But I just feel like with the speed and their, if you allow like Everett and some of these other teams to be aggressive, you never know. I feel like it could be an upset.
Kareem got Attleboro over Methuen. Shout out to Kareem.
Yep.
Shout out
I
Chris.
see that. Real quick, I
Great
just want to
event
send
the
a
other day.
message
Oh,
out.
great. Hold on, my bad, Sal.
Oh,
Great
yep. Go ahead. I
Black
know what
Coast
you're about
Classic.
to do.
Excellent event, brother. Appreciate that.
Yep. Glad to be a part of that. A part of that. That was a very good
definitely.
event. Very good event. I'm gonna go with Attleboro. Beautiful gym. As me and Corey found out, I think it was both of our the first time that we both went there. A few years back. I'm gonna go with Attleboro. I actually love the way Attleboro plays the game. I love the way the coach coaches the game, and I really like their style. I was like that with Wachusett a couple years back, and Attleboro has kind of pulled me into. I'm gonna go with Attleboro for the win.
Am I allowed to change my pick or not?
You gonna change the pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Attleboro.
If somebody changed their pick 3 times in the show, we're kicking them off.
Also,
really quick,
You got one. It's all right. I'm good.
Hey, really quickly, if Yuli can do this, if not, I'll do it. So I wanted to chart, and I should have announced this earlier. I wanted to chart our picks. You get 1 point for a win and 2 points for an upset. And at the end, at the end of it, for the state championship game, you get the total score tiebreaker, and that's how we'll break any ties. There won't be a tie. I'm probably going to win this whole thing, but in the event that there is a tie, we'll use the final score to break that tie.
This guy's crazy. I was like 9-1 in the last year.
Last year was Hey, Corey, the thing about the old days, they're the old days.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Mukala in the comments.
Shout out Mukala.
Sure
one of the hardest working dudes. One of the hardest working dudes in America, literally.
And then here comes Yuli with a fresh set of cocaine because this is a wild thing.
With a what?
This is a wild.
We gotta stop.
I should just atomic bomb him because 2 seconds ago he was saying Brookline made the championship. We're spending way too much time on that, man.
Yuli out here just throwing anything up
versus Attleboro, huh, Yuli?
Lincoln Sudbury, Wachusett Regional, winner takes on Zavarian Brothers.
I'm gonna go with this one too. I'm gonna say Wachusett's make me a believer, man. Y'all girls 2 years ago were tough. Your girls program is tough. So I'm putting the challenge out there. Come on, Wachusetts, we can do it. I'm taking Wachusetts over Lincoln Sudbury on this one.
I'll go. I've literally in the past driven up to Wachusett to watch both teams multiple times actually. But this year, no, LS is going to win this game. Lincoln Sudbury, I got them by 7-8. Lincoln Sudbury is very good this year. Wachusett, it's not the same Wachusett as it's been in the past. And that community knows I got love for them. They're the 42nd seed in D1. 42 is my favorite number. But however, I got Lincoln Sudbury.
I got
Brian Diaz, bro. What up, man?
What up?
My pick, Lincoln Sudbury. I got you for the win, but I got you losing this variant. You ain't got enough Mecco kids to beat Zavarian, so I'm gonna go with LS. But I think they lose to Zavarian.
I mean, when I think of Wachusett, I think of Great Water, but I think it might be curtains for them. Shout out to my man Aaron. He lives around the corner from me. I watch his development. It's a senior, so I'm gonna ride with Lincoln Sudbury.
Shout out to my man David Kelton over there too.
And you said, did you already pick the 9?
No, I was going to pick the second when they Wachusett's faces Zavarian. I didn't get that one, but I'm gonna put that in now. Wachusett, you're great. I got you for this game, but not against Zavarian. I'm gonna go on record as saying a lot of the Catholic schools are solid this year. Not just Zavarian, but you're looking at your Catholic memorials. You're looking at your Central Catholics. You're looking at all of those schools, your cathedrals of the world. Very tough. Catholics are going to be a tough out this year, no matter what school and what team it is. So I also have Zavarian beating Wachusett too.
That's tough. I feel like whoever actually, I think an upset. I'm gonna go with the upset on Zavarian Brothers. I saw them play. They got a whole new coach. No disrespect. I think the guy that was there previously I think the man has developed his own scheme and his rotations and all that kind of stuff. It's a new coach. I saw them play earlier the year. I wasn't really impressed by them. They did get some key wins, but a lot of those wins I saw were certain players who were injured. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, LS has a history of great players too. The McLean twins, Earth Flowers. Remember those names? Geez, we are only on one side of D1 and we're already down to half an hour, so we got to speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Barnstable versus Shrewsbury. I'm going with Shrewsbury. Barnstable. I'm gonna just go with Shrewsbury.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump on in on that. I'm gonna take Barnstable, man. Shout out to Barnstable, to the Cape and Islands, man. I think we're gonna do something this year. I'll take Barnstable on that one.
I got Shrewsbury. I'm gonna go with Shrewsbury. I like Barnstable, but I'm going with Shrewsbury.
I'm gonna go with Barnstable. I ain't gonna lie to. I saw them play against New Michigan, man. I'm gonna go with Barnstable, man.
Yeah, Malcolm Smith is not walking through that door. So the winner plays Needham. I'm going with Needham. No brainer. I'm not spending anything else on it.
I got Needham as well.
I have Needham is the question.
Yeah, I got Needham as well.
Yeah, I got Needham.
This is a tough one. D1 is ridiculous.
Yeah, Needham. I got Needham. They got
Bishop Fien and Acton Boxborough.
Ooh.
Bishop Fien is really good, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, ask Cardinal Spellman about Bishop Fien.
I
mean,
ask BR.
Acton Boxborough will not get the upset on this one. I'm going Bishop Fien. Like I said, the Catholics are going to be a tough out this year. Catholic school's going to be a tough out.
Yeah, I got Bishop Fien. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bishop Fien by 14.
That's the belt.
Yeah, that's the PTA. Definitely the belt.
Lawrence and Bill Ricker.
Curtains.
I mean, I'm asking y'all.
So I'll go. A few years back, without a doubt, I would have taken Lawrence. I'm taking Bill Ricker in this game. I'm taking Bill Ricker significantly, 11, 12 point win. I actually got a couple of DMs from people in the Bill Ricker area, and they tell me that team is a sleeper. I'm going to trust my sources, and I'm going to go with Bill Ricker.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bill Ricker as well.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say Lawrence has something to prove. In the past 2 years, they've been solid and stout. There's been a lot of controversy over last year or so regarding their situation over there. But I think this is going to be a statement for them to try and make. So I'm going to go Lawrence.
I mean, either way, man. Either way, it's going to be curtains for either one of them.
I'm going Lawrence. I'm going Lawrence. I'm
not mad at you. I love Lawrence.
Guess what? Lawrence is going to beat BR.
You're saying Lawrence will beat BR?
That is crazy, bro.
I know. That is my upset.
That's your upset?
I've seen him play.
No, like Doug Alves, amazing job. But that is my upset. Because if you're going to catch somebody, if somebody's going to get caught slipping, it's going to be this particular game. I'm okay being wrong. See me wherever you see me. I am going with Lawrence is going to beat Bill Ricker like they did earlier this year, and then Lawrence is Coach Sola, and then we're going to beat Bridgewater Ring. That's my thing.
Okay, so that's not going to happen, but we'll see.
I'm going to say Lawrence. Like I said, you got something to prove. I think that proof stops at BR. I think BR right now is very much solidified program. Doug Alves does an amazing job. You're out. So I'm going to take BR on that one. Lawrence will get there, but BR is going to be too much for them.
And guess what? BR, if the lights up, if they are, if BR is 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100% taking this pick not only because I think Lawrence could beat them, but I'm also trying to. I hope they listen and they don't get caught slipping like they did a couple times this year and be one of the best teams in the state, like we all think they could be. And by the way, I can drop a comment from Mukala, which is like always a legitimate comment. Yes, PN has a 6'9" monster, and then Yuli comes in with this falseness of like 46 points for 11
46
minutes.
in 11 minutes is crazy. Not even
No,
MJ.
he's not being true. He's not being truthful. But all right,
That's stop.
all right, continue, y'all. Continue.
Well, hold on. Let's address something. The kid did have 46 in the first half and 12 rebounds.
Good.
46 points, 12 rebounds in the first half.
If true, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's true. It was against Cardinals.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes,
I'm just saying that's crazy.
Yeah. I did not pick the Bill Ricka, who I think is going to beat Lawrence versus Bridgewater Raynham. I just think Aiden Pyries is just going to come over half court, and this is for Doug Alves. He's going to let it go and just say, just blaze. He's going to have a field day against any guard you put in front of him. The Falk kid at Bridgewater Raynham, he's just tough. He's tough like his brother was, Terrell Williams, one of my favorite all-time players.
Love Terrell.
Yeah, of course. We all love Terrell. I don't think Lawrence or Bill Ricka is any issue for Bridgewater Raynham.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Lexington and Winchester.
I'm make mine real quick since I'm right now live and direct in Lexington, going Lexington High School. They have a new school coming soon. Rather than later, they're voting on it. They're getting a brand new school. Their campus is going to be amazing from what I saw. And so their teams are usually very, very competitive and good. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go Lexington.
I'll go Lexington too. Shout out to the Lexington moms. They know who they are.
Shout out to moms is crazy, but all right, cool.
Shout out to the Lexington moms that produce just guards who can score the basketball.
By themselves?
All of my all of my friends that are in the Lexington area have young men who just score the ball. I got Lexington winning this game going away.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Lexington, but Jake Lehman ain't coming through that door, bro. But that
he went to King Philip.
He went to King Philip, not Lexington.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the young man who did have 46 in one half. He needed 45. I didn't see the film of that game.
He needed 45. He got 46.
That must be crazy. Must have been crazy. Who was he playing against that game? Anyway, all right. I want to say this. We are going to speed up, but this left side of the D1 bracket is one of the best I've seen. Oh, I'm sorry. My pick. I'll pick it Winchester. Move on. I'm going Winchester. This Division 1 bracket is on the left side. It is ridiculous. I know some of y'all ADs and coaches is like sneak calling the MIAA like, yo, y'all set us up. I know some of y'all is on something like, yo, what are y'all doing? Right? I know that. Natick and Haverhill.
I'm gonna go Natick, and then the buck stops there because again, the Catholic school teams are tough this year. Whoever wins that game, and I'm going Natick, they're gonna get steamrolled by Central Catholic.
Damn. So I don't do that to the young man's confidence. But yeah,
I agree. I agree with my brother G Berry. I got Natick beating Haverhill. It's gonna be. I feel like it might be a close one, but then Central Catholic is coming for them, and it's gonna be a tough night for Natick.
Yeah, I'm agree.
Shout out to McCullough for dropping the dimes.
Yeah.
He's like Ahmad Rashad on the show, right?
Yeah, I mean the 6'9" kid can pitch the ball very well. Let's move on. Are we going on to
Algonquin? Natick Haverhill. I'm going to go with Haverhill. Central Catholic has seen them before. I'm going with Central Catholic. What are we talking about? Catholic Memorial, St. John's.
That's gonna be a
Wait,
good.
you move it. You got to do Algonquin and Boston Latin.
No, because we go in the second round. Remember, we're doing the second round, the 32.
You didn't do the preliminary.
Right.
Algonquin.
When we drop down, we'll go to the preliminary, then to that round.
All right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Catholic Memorial, St. John's. I'll go with Catholic Memorial. Healthy at the right time.
Yep, I'm gonna go with the CM as well.
That makes. I think it might be all of us, but I'm gonna take CM as well.
Yeah, this is another game that I might be in attendance since I live right around the corner. Yeah,
I might drive up for that.
Catholic Memorial.
Okay. Algonquin and Boston Latin. I'm going with Boston Latin.
I got to see Boston Latin in the preseason this year. Very stout team. Got some good shooters. A couple of bigs that are solid. I'm gonna take Boston Latin.
Fred.
Oh man, unfortunately I'm gonna go with BLS as well. You know, the team that those kids that eat grape poupon and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna support them.
Coach Jerry got Coach Etienne, your cousin. He got to play another back-to-back BLS in the tournament, man. It's dope.
Nice.
You know?
Listen, the system at BLS is it's a very good one. I got to see them as well on film though. I'm going with Latin school.
Yeah.
McCullough got the upset. With CM. Then the winner plays Malden Catholic. You know, I'm technically not supposed to pick against city teams, but everybody knows me. I don't care. I got an opinion. I love what they're doing at BLS, and I hope they prove me wrong. However, Malden Catholic started the year really hot, but they're still the juggernaut. Somebody got to knock them off, so I'm going with Malden Catholic.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, again, I'm keep saying it, even in the other episodes, until they get knocked off. Catholic schools are gonna really probably wreak havoc in this whole state tournament, no matter what the division. I'm going Malden Catholic.
Yeah.
I mean, Fred and I, we saw Malden Catholic. We drove up to see them this year. They are a force of nature, to be honest with you. I'm going with Malden Catholic.
Same here.
Okay, Quincy Hopkinton.
Ooh.
I got Quincy in this game. Know some of the kids on the team, just from being in and out of the Y. I'm gonna go with Quincy, and that makes for an interesting game versus Beverly if they win.
I'm going to go with Quincy as well. One thing I can say about the Quincy basketball program for boys and girls, that both teams are in the state tournament, and they're usually around that within the past 2 or 3 years. They've always had some good products come out of Quincy. I got Quincy over Hopkinton.
Yeah, same here.
Programming note, we will be back on tomorrow night with the snow day to do the girls' side of the bracket. So tune in. We're gonna have a couple of additional hosts to talk about the girls' side, but clearly y'all don't want to hear my voice for 4 hours. So we'll do another show for the girls tomorrow because the girls' brackets are stacked.
Oh yeah.
I'm going with Quincy, and they will fall to Beverly.
Correct.
Yep, I agree.
Beverly is one of the most well-coached teams we have in our Commonwealth. They produce talent in that little small town. They're very well coached. They play both ends of the floor. I love everything they do up there.
The coach is so good that you know you're a good coach, but when you have a name like that and everybody can pronounce it, Carol Kunis. Shout out to coach, works really hard. I think Beverly wins. Let's jump into the comments really quick. Class is really good. One of the best cards around. Beverly is better than they look. Shoot the piss out of the ball. Lowell and Franklin. Winner plays BCI.
I'm gonna go with Franklin, man.
You got
They
trauma. You're traumatized. Of course, you're gonna go with Franklin.
no, that too, but now I'm gonna go Frank. They also got the former coach from Zavarian. I think he's over there. So, like I said, they got some high profile coaches. So I'm gonna go with them. My name product of UMass Slow. I'm still gonna go with them.
I'm gonna go with Lowell on this one. Lowell, great coach over there. Good program. Franklin, kind of got a little bit of rebuilding to do. I mean, they got one, they did, but I think it's a little bit more young than they usually are, losing some key players. So I'm gonna say definitely Lowell.
So,
Yuli, you're disgusting.
Yeah, he knows what time it is.
He's gonna get us in trouble with referees now. He's gonna get us in trouble with the refs now.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Franklin's gonna walk into
black vehicle run up on me, man.
Hey, Franklin's gonna walk into the gym in Lowell and say, "We built this thing brick by brick, and I'll be darned if I let anyone tear it down." I got Franklin winning, defending state champs. I got them winning to face BC High in that next round.
I don't. I have Lowell winning, and I have losing to BC High, 61-55. I think Lowell is underrated. I think there's a drop off from last year. However, I think that they pull off the the preliminary round, and then they go on and they drop one to Boston College High School. BC High is back at it again. The Coach Locke. I mean, we need a nickname for him. I'm about to start calling him the Weatherman. Because no matter what, man, he be dropping all kinds of temperatures on you, man. So Brockton, Arlington. The game is the game, right? Right? Listen, man, y'all need to start putting some respect on Brockton's name. I know I'll be going off on them a little bit because, I feel like it's the thing to do sometimes. But I go off on it because I feel like they could be every year they got the most talent in the state, in my opinion, right? But every year Brockton, I'm gonna give Brockton some props because every year Brockton is must-see basketball. And it's just sort of like when I was coaching. People wasn't going to. Our gyms weren't packed because people wanted to cheer for us. They wanted to see me lose, which is fine, right? Too bad we didn't do a whole lot of that. So I think that's the situation with Brockton. I think people are waiting for Brockton to get that state title. So it's intriguing, right? They are, they are like the must-see TV of they're like the New York Knicks of the MIAA, right? People will go see them, right? But they're waiting for them. They're waiting for them to win. So shout out to Brockton, but also go get one. Brockton versus Arlington. With that being said, the game's at Brockton. I'm going to go with Brockton.
Yeah, you see, don't get Orlando too excited, bro.
Yeah, right. So I'm just gonna swing a little bit. I have Lowell losing to Boston College High, BC High as well. Again, I'm gonna keep stressing it, even every episode. The Catholic schools, they're going to wreak havoc in this year's state tournament, boys and girls. Now to Brockton, I'm gonna take Brockton in this game. Again, they're on show and prove with me as well. They've been doing well this year. I'm going to give them a shot this time. I got Brockton facing BC High.
I like BC High a lot, man. I got BC High.
Well, but we're not there yet. It's Brockton, Arlington.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna support Brockton. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna support Brockton.
Okay, so Brockton in the first game, Moneyline Miranda hits a darn near full court shot to send the game into overtime.
A 60-footer.
And Brockton pulled that game off in the OT. In the second game, with this was a home game for Brockton with myself and Orlando Galveo on the call for the game. Brockton, it was a hard-fought game, but Brockton pulled that game out. Arlington's well coached. I spoke to their coach after the game, and I actually shook his hand and said, "You're the first coach I've come up to this year and said, hey, you've done a good job. Let me shake your hand." He recognized me from social media, and we had a good little talk. However, I believe in this game that Brockton's gonna win decisively, and that's the game's not going to be in question in the second half. It might be close by halftime, but I think in the second half, Brockton's going to pull this game out. They're playing really, really good right now. They pulled up a couple kids from the JV team who you arguably could have been playing varsity. Their JV is very powerful. I got Brockton in this game.
Shoot, I could win D3 or 4 with the JV team. But anyway,
Oh,
I left this comment up.
same here.
I put a mic on Orlando. Yo, listen, we put a mic on Orlando. I'm gonna have to call it FCC. Shout out to Orlando, one of the GOATs in high school basketball. I don't care what nobody say. Brookline and Taunton.
Ooh, I think that's gonna be.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Stop.
That's gonna be a very intriguing game.
Brookline's gonna be Taunton. That's my pick. I got
But let's go, Johnny. I got Johnny.
Go ahead, G. I didn't hear you.
I said that's gonna be an intriguing game, but I got Brookline in that. Taunton, that's a travel for you to come up to play Brookline. So I got Johnny and them in that game.
That's tough, man. I mean, if the young boy is back, because I think he got hurt before the break. If he's back, then I got Brookline.
Yeah, I think you're referring to Caleb. He was trying to dunk. He got undercut, and not even undercut. He got pushed from behind on what was not arguably, definitely a dirty play. He hit his head. He's back. He should be fine. And I will say one thing about Caleb. In big games, he's one of the better big game players we have in the MIAA. I got Brookline winning this game.
Yeah. And by the way, Johnny is a hell of a coach, by the way. I'm just saying, definitely. Young boy's healthy. I see Brookline. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see the smoke between Taunton and New Bedford.
Oh,
I'm going with Brookline to beat Taunton, and I'll give Marcellus props to be the first person to come up to me and be like, "Yo, New Bedford's tough." I think New Bedford beats Brookline. However, this could be a statement game for Johnny in his tenure at Brookline to take out New Bedford. But I don't see it happening. I have some opinions about New Bedford.
Yep.
I think that sometimes their lack of discipline gets in the way sometimes. And I think we gotta work a little bit. We gotta work a little bit harder to really reel them in sometimes, because I think they got a ton of talent. I actually think defensively, when they're in the press, majority of the time, when they're bringing their pressure, they're as good as anyone. When they're not, their half-court defense is like, yeah. But I'm still going with New Bedford. They're actually one of my. They're not sneaky pick no more.
I'm gonna say, Johnny's gonna do an amazing job, but as a resident of New Bedford, I'm going New B on that one. New B in a close game. I don't think New B pushes past Brookline by less than 10. I said they'll probably get them by like 8 or 9.
Okay, the Brookline Whisperer is saying that Caleb is healthy.
Yeah, he is.
Then let's go Brookline.
Well, Fred, did you make your pick before I go?
Yeah, I said if he's healthy, but so it appears he's healthy. I'm gonna go with Brookline.
What about against New Bedford?
Dang, man. I think Johnny's the better coach, man. That's just my opinion. I'm a ride with Johnny. I'm a ride. Yulia, I'm gonna go with Brookline.
So Brookline to beat New Bedford. Okay, I'll probably buy you Applebee's if that happens. So I'm gonna go with New Bedford. They got guards that can bother Ish Caleb Haynes, defend him. What I want to go back to something Corey said. If New Bedford in the half court was more disciplined, if they ran sets, and Fred, you know this as well. We sat in the crowd and talked about it.
This is why I said
And
no.
I'm not saying to anybody in New Bedford, I don't want you to be offended. If you want to be offended, just you can find me at my boxing gym. But they don't run an offense in critical situations. It's more like AAU basketball. If they've come along and decided, okay, we're gonna take our time and come down and execute in critical situations, this team's gonna be a hard out. And respect to Corey for giving me the props and telling him early in the year, New Bedford's gonna be tough in the state, and they've proven me right so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know Johnny scouts because when Johnny's scouting, he'll stalk you. So I know he already stalking people. I'm not saying he's looking past Taunton's, but shout out to him, former Boston City League coach. And then we have Springfield Central and Newton North. I'm going with Springfield Central.
Same here.
Can't convince me otherwise. What do y'all got?
I got Central. Let's move a little quicker. So I got Springfield Central. Everybody knows
Central. I got Central. No disrespect to the new coaches at Newton North. I got Central.
Interesting. Now the thing is though about our Western Mass teams is that I would like to see them come out here a little bit more, because people treat them as people don't really give them the respect sometimes. But North finds a way to win. That's what Kareem says. See, Kareem's in that. Kareem's he's over at Newton South, so he's stepping across the aisle. How dare you say North is going to win? And you at Newton South? That's a lot of respect.
don't tweet that out to the parents, Kareem.
That's like me giving Madison Park a compliment when I was coaching. Oh, man.
It was nice. Hold on. Speaking of Madison Park, real quick, it was nice to see you and Dennis Wilson spend some quality time together after all these years. That was cute. That was cute to watch.
That's my guy.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
Hey, listen.
I'm happy for you both.
I'm an easy guy to deal with, despite what people think, right? Despite you got your share of bozos here and there, but I'm actually an easy guy to get along with sometimes.
Division 2, we're moving on.
Yep, we're going on to D2.
Oh, this one's going to be fun.
Here we go.
Hey, Greg, something like?
Hey, Brian. Brian, I didn't forget it. I didn't forget this earlier. I was gonna let this slide, but let me start with this real quick. Brian's first comment was.
Okay, so I'm glad we brought that up.
All right, let's start there. All right, so Minichog versus Somerville. Who y'all got?
I got Minichog gonna put Somerville away, and I'm going on record as saying it, and I said it earlier. The Catholic schools are gonna wreak havoc this state tournament, and yes, unfortunately, St. Mary's is gonna pump the winner of that. This is the St. Mary's Invitational. I'm calling it now.
Wait, Greg, so it's like Bombers championship.
Yep. I hate to say it, but Lynn unfortunately not even unfortunately, shouts out to Lynn. They have an amazing basketball program in all their schools, but St. Mary's is the premier there. So, and they haven't proved wrong yet on boys or girls. St. Mary's Invitational is Division 2. They're going to run through it.
Yeah, Kareem said, Newton South beat North for the first time in 12 years this season. I know, Paul Collins not there anymore. He's somewhere growing an afro after hearing that. I got St. Mary's for the win. Foxborough, Shepherd Hill Regional.
I didn't pick because I'm picking Somerville.
Sorry, brother.
I'm picking Somerville in the first game to upset. Somerville's got a sleepy 3. His name is blanking on me, but he plays a small forward position. This kid is tough. We moving on, and then obviously St. Mary's like I said, Bombers championship. If you guys are too young to know what that's from, it's from above the rim. Foxborough, Shepherd Hill. I'll go first. I got Foxborough winning that game.
I'll take Foxborough in that game as well.
Yeah, I got Foxborough.
Shepherd Hill.
I don't mind the pick, Corey. I don't mind that.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, Corey. I don't mind it.
Shepherd Hill. Chicopee Melrose.
That's a good one.
Melrose got to travel all the way to Chicopee. I'm going Chicopee.
It's not a good one.
No, it's not.
It's not a good game. Go ahead, y'all.
This game could be one of the not bigger blowouts, but the margin of victory is going to be large for Chicopee.
Yo, Corey, can I answer this real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I get it. Your guy from Lynn and Joe Chapman has beaten Lynn schools. You mean Lynn English? You mean Lynn Classical? He has not, or probably Lynn Tech too. He has not played St. Mary's as far as I know. And to me, St. Mary's is a buzzsaw. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue, y'all.
You got to get there first. So I got Chicopee.
Chicopee Con.
Fred?
It's very good.
Chicopee, I couldn't even tell you, bro. I didn't even know that was a mess.
They are very good. I'll tell you how good they are. My guy, y'all know my guy Ken Smith was like, yo, Corey, comp is tough.
Ken from Connecticut.
My Western Mass guys. Shout out to my guy Joe Page. Folks out there think Chicopee comp is the real deal. And I'm gonna go with Chicopee comp. You, Fred?
I couldn't even tell you. Again, those Western Mass teams, random towns. I couldn't even tell you. I mean, I'll just agree with everybody. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen them play. I'll go with Chicopee.
Yeah, you gotta fake it sometimes, Fred. All right, good pick.
Yeah.
Just go after me if you don't know. Newburyport, Somerset, Berkeley. What we talking about? We're going to go with Newburyport. Although shout out to Somerset, Berkeley for their run last year, but Newburyport.
I'm going to go Newburyport as well. Somerset, Berkeley was amazing last year, but a lot of those guys are gone, so I'm going Newburyport.
If indeed what McCullough just said is true, it will be problematic. However, I'll still take Newburyport.
Yeah,
I'm both. And they've been pretty consistent all year. Even though they have that injury, they're pretty good.
All right, Agawam versus Norwood.
Question: Is the Hall of Fame female coach still the head coach or not?
She's the coach of the girls. She's on the girls' side. She's back on the girls' side.
Oh, so she left the boys? Oh,
yeah. Kristen's back on the girls' side. I'm still going. I think Norwood's in an upset is going to knock off Agawam. But
are they playing at Agawam? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Norwood's traveling to Agawam.
Apologies. Cameron Lewis called me during the podcast and knocked me off. Did you guys pick Newburyport and Somerset Berkeley? Because I did not pick that.
We just did, but go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Newburyport, and then did Agawam, Norwood. I'm gonna go with Norwood.
That's where we are right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Norwood.
I'm gonna go with Agawam.
And I am going with Plymouth South beating Agawam or Norwood, but I'll go with Norwood. I'll go with Plymouth South beating Norwood. Sorry.
I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Doherty Memorial versus Marblehead.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Doherty Memorial.
Shout out to Western Mass. I'm going to go with Doherty.
I'm going to Doherty. Central Mass.
Central Mass. Yeah, I don't know why I said Western Mass. I
got you.
I'm reading something.
Walpole, Pittsburgh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'll go with Doherty because I didn't get to say my pick. I'll go with Doherty.
No, not Doherty. We're not there.
Oh, my fault.
We're at Walpole, Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Uh,
I'll go
that's gonna be
Walpole.
a tough out. You go which one, Fred?
I'm gonna go Walpole.
I think I'm gonna go Walpole as well.
I have Walpole as well. They have the home game. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. I believe they planned a big event pre-game. You know, from what I saw online, I'm gonna go with Walpole.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
2 points for an upset, 1 point for a win. Everybody remember that.
Hey. Holland Tech, city champs, Boston city champs versus Situate. I'm going with the city champs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. It'll be curtains, man. It's gonna be a long, quiet ride back to the Cape, man. Straight up.
It's gonna be a good game. I'll take Tech. I had that game as one against Watch Situate. No layover. They're no pushovers.
Not at all.
They usually do well against city teams. They might not win, but they keep it close. I'll say
they ain't winning on Washington. They ain't winning on Washington Street.
They're not. Shout out to Dorchester.
They could bring a boat. They could bring a boat up here. They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna win the Washington Street.
It's gonna be a quiet ride back to the Cape, bro. See you later, man. The Twins ain't there, bro. The Twins from Situate ain't there. Bud's not coming through out that locker door, bro.
I said Bud ain't coming through those doors.
But Rodney Beldo is not walking through. Neither is Walter Brown or his brother Chris. But but I do think this game is going to be a little more difficult than people would expect. I say Holland Tech, formerly the Burke, by 9.
9 is crazy.
19.
9 is crazy, bro.
All right, on the right side, Duxbury, Arlington Catholic. I'm going Arlington Catholic. Pope Francis wins.
I'm going Arlington Catholic. I'm gonna go with Pope Francis as well. In the interest of both Catholic schools. So I'm definitely gonna pick Pope Francis, but Arlington Catholic is there.
I have the same exact thing as you guys.
Yeah, same here. A bunch of Hail Marys. See you later. Arlington Catholic. Let's go.
Milton and Amherst.
I want to go first with this one. Reason being, I saw Milton in preseason. Milton was very tough, man. Milton actually won the preseason league tournament that we had this fall at BLA. It's solid, great coaching. Those kids put up points and they defend really well. So I'm gonna go with Milton on this one.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. Shout out to Coach Billy D, who I saw at the cities the other day. He stuck it out. He rode the course. He went through some tough times. He invited me. My apologies for never. I had flag football, but he would invite me to work out with his guards and things like. He just stayed the course, and the hard work and dedication is paid off. I got Milton in this game.
Shout out to Billy for real. Great dude, great guy.
Loves basketball. Loves
basketball. Always around basketball. I did see Amherst, and I think Amherst is going to win. Not because of my ties, right? But I just think Amherst will shoot the ball a little bit better. That Oliver Ames and Canton.
I'm going OA.
OA.
Yeah, OA.
Yeah, Oliver Ames. When they got the home game, Canton had the midseason switch of leadership, things of that nature, unfortunately. So I got Oliver Ames.
Okay, Archbishop Williams and Westwood. This is going to be the game.
Yeah, that's
32.
I got Archbishop. I ain't going. We saw Westwood. They're just young, man. They got a good team. They got good coaching staff. They're just young. I'm gonna go with Archie's.
Yeah, Archie's guards are just better, and that's what it's gonna come down to. If they take the kid that wears the headband out of the Westwood game, and he's really all you got to take away. Kind of like the entire offensive system runs through him. Not that he scores a bunch of points, but he just gets them into his stuff. He's a good leader. But I just think that Archie's is the better team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Archie's as well. Again, I'm staying with that theme, man. I'm sorry. Catholic schools gonna wreak havoc in this state tournament this year.
Okay, Pope Greg. Middleborough, East Longmeadow. I'm going with Archie's, by the way. Middleborough, East Longmeadow. I'll go with East Longmeadow on the upset, even though they're on the border of Connecticut. They're going to wish they played in Connecticut after Masco gets done with them. So I'll go with Masco after that.
I'm going to go Middleborough, and then Masco is going to destroy either one of those two. But Middleborough for the first win, and then losing to Masco.
Yo, could this be the year for Masco for real? To McCullough's point, right? Masco has been on the cusp for a while. I remember when the Cape Ann League, and if they're still in the Cape Ann League, like you wanted to play them, and now it's just sort of like I ain't trying to mess with some of them. I ain't trying to mess with some of those cats.
Well, I got the same thing. Masco beating Middleborough later on. Middleborough wins.
Okay. Sneaky, really good game. Neshoba and Whitman Hanson.
Ooh.
So I remember, Corey, I believe you were with me. We saw Neshoba a couple years back. They had the big boy that wore number 42. He's gone now. But I'm going to go with Whitman Hanson. I just think Whitman Hanson's really well coached. They have solid guard play. They have big men who bang. I'm going with Whitman Hanson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
I like the coaching staff for Neshoba. Great dude, great brothers, man. I'm gonna go with Winston Hanson, man. They just got a great basketball foundation town, so I'm gonna go with them.
I'm definitely gonna go with Whitman Hanson as well. That coach does an amazing job. I say that one's gonna be quick, but unfortunately, they got to meet up with the buzzsaw, which is Masco. But I'm taking Whitman Hanson in the first game.
Every game Whitman Hanson lost was close, damn near close. Bob Rogers, not going against him in this one. Sorry. I'm taking Whitman Hanson. Shout out to the Neshoba, though. I know where Fred is going with this one. I'm going the same way. Burlington, Holliston, amazing. Thank you for being here. I'm going with Burlington.
I'm going with Burlington as well. Thank you for the ride, Holliston, but Burlington is going to be a long ride back. So
I'm gonna go with Burlington. Quick, small story. My man Phil. Shout out to Phil, man. Love you, bro.
Phil,
was in college, bro. Man, this man bust my ass in school, bro. I was like, I got Zach Morris, man, and I was like, I got Zach Morris. My man hit 2 tray balls and was like, I love Saved by the Bell.
Yo, shout out to Phil, man. Phil,
yeah, I got Burlington.
Is that everybody?
Yep, Burlington consensus.
Longmeadow and Stang.
That's a good game.
No, it ain't. Is it?
So I'll go. I got Longmeadow winning this game. Staying, I'm not sure they have enough firepower to keep up with Longmeadow, who just is going to push the ball down it. Just keep pushing the ball. I got Longmeadow.
I got Stang in the upset.
Wait, doesn't Stang
pulls it out?
McCullough, doesn't Stang got like a 7-footer or a 6'10" kid? No.
Listen, Stang is playing some good basketball right now. They almost beat Wareham.
What?
Right? They almost beat Cathedral. I know life is not about a whole lot of almost, right? They beat Martha's Vineyard, who's really good, right? They humiliated Durfee, but
Durfee's 3-17. But
so the bottom line is, I'm gonna go with Stang. I think they're playing good ball. I think they're playing good ball right now.
That rounds out Division 2.
That rounds out Division 2. We are going to jump to Division 3. Which is another. Huh?
So let the games begin. Division 3.
This is gonna get interesting. This is definitely a thing here. Southeastern and Randolph when it plays Hanover. So I think there's somebody on here who went to Southeastern.
I'll go last.
Oh, okay. I live in Randolph. Don't nobody get funny either. You ain't walk. You ain't on. Listen, don't come up this side. One way in, one way out. I'm going with Southeastern.
I'm gonna go with my fellow Port-au-Prince brothers. Shout out to Randolph.
You ain't never lied
I
about
want to go with
that.
the ancestors.
Little Haiti over there.
He said, "I'm going to ancestors."
That's why.
I'm gonna go with Southeastern, and then it's a see you later against Hanover. Hanover's usually tough, man. They hang around for years in Division 3. So yeah. Sorry.
All right.
Southeastern, and then see you later.
So, as arguably the greatest, or one of the greatest players to ever come out of Southeastern Regional Vocational Technical High School. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Bobby Torres, who I believe is the best. But Southeastern Regional does have one of the greatest players to ever play there coaching, and his name is Shane Coleman. And Shane Coleman has that team playing as hard as any coach has their team playing in the MIAA. So with that said, Southeastern Regional has a special place in my heart, but Shane Coleman is doing an amazing job. He had to step in. He's the longtime JV coach. He had to step in and take over the entire program. He's got Diamond Blakely over there helping him. He's got a bunch of youngsters helping him, but Shane is a true leader, and I think he can do enough to get Southeastern past Randolph. The Hanover game, that might be a different story, but he will win that game at home versus Randolph. And I will be in attendance for that game. I will be there 6 p.m. watching my alma mater.
44 teams is crazy. It's crazy. Linfield versus Ludlow. Linfield.
I got Linfield.
Linfield.
I got Linfield and young boy from Linfield from 617 is like Linfield.
Mm-hmm. He's a good kid.
Yeah, great kid. I got Linfield and I got Greater New Bedford.
Same here. I got Greater New Bedford both on that too.
Same here.
So we all have Linfield playing Greater New Bedford with Greater New Bedford moving on. Shout out to Coach Rob Delalue. He gave me my first ever college job when he was a college coach. And we had a ball. Fun practices every day. Some of the best practices I've ever been a part of were with Rob Delalue. So I'm going to go with Greater New Bedford.
Dedham versus Bristol Plymouth. When plays Medfield. I like Dedham. And see, Medfield is sneaky. I'm going with Medfield.
I'm gonna go Bristol Plymouth. Although this is Dedham's best athletic season in quite some time, but unfortunately, what's the name that went to Northeast is not coming that door. See you later.
Fred's hilarious. I'm gonna go Dedham, and then they're gonna get to Medfield, and it's gonna be pack you up. But Dedham shots out to Bristol Plymouth, but Dedham will win that game and then pack it up against Medfield.
Bristol Plymouth is getting a new school very soon. However, this game is going to be played at Dedham High. Dedham is going to win this game rather easily, and then they're going to give Medfield everything that Medfield can handle, but they are going to be able to handle it.
Nice little rivalry they got going.
Yep, and Medfield's going to move on.
Pembroke and Gardner. Winner plays Martha's Vineyard. I will go with Pembroke. Martha's Vineyard, the Inkwell Warriors. They will win. They will win. Martha's Vineyard, they're like, they'll slow death you, right? Like, they'll pick you apart. They'll start by the pinky nail. what the man say to get you down to the bone gristle. Yeah, Martha's Vineyard.
I'll say Pembroke, and then you got Pembroke. You got to take that boat ride. That's a long traveling day. It's a bad look. You're gonna get to Martha's Vineyard and then see you later. Back on the boat back home. So Pembroke will win the first game and then get to Martha's Vineyard, and the travel is gonna overtake the fact that you got to play there. So I got Martha's Vineyard and for the winner of that.
Damn, this game is a game of what? Bambi versus Bullwinkle, bro. Like Pembroke, yeah, like it's all foreign country, bro. So I'll go with Pembroke, but yeah, curtains, man.
So I'm gonna go with Pembroke to win the first game and Martha's Vineyard to win the second game, but not because of the boat ride. I think I'm the only person on the podcast who ever played over there a bunch of times in my career. The boat ride is nothing. It doesn't have any effect on your play, and it's 2026 now, so I played in like the 1800s, so I'm sure like we took canoes over. But
you play with Fred and Barney.
We took canoes over to get over there, and then we swam like the other half of the way. But I got Martha's Vineyard just because they're a better team. I'm not putting a lot of stars in boat ride.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I rock with that. They're good. They are good. Did we all make our picks?
Yes.
Nantucket versus Oakmont Regional. I'm going with Nantucket. They both either way they lose to Swampscott. It'll be if it's Nantucket, it'll be close. If it's Oakmont, yeah. But I'll go with I'm going with Nantucket against Swampscott. I'll take Swampscott.
I got Nantucket beating Oakmont and then losing to Swampscott.
Yeah, I love their drinks. I'm gonna go with Nantucket. Yeah, it's Swampscott.
This guy.
Nantucket Nectar is crazy.
Nantucket Nectar. What a reference from Fred.
Out of control, man.
I actually am picking Oakmont to win this game again because I've also experienced playing over at Nantucket. If Orlando's still on here, I believe we're undefeated in our backcourt while we were together on taking boat rides. I don't think we lost the game where we took a boat ride. I got Oakmont winning the game and then Swampscott pounding them into the ground.
Yeah. Falmouth, Nipmuc. Winner plays Norwell.
I got Falmouth, and then Falmouth's going to go to Norwell and pack you up. See you later.
I got Falmouth, and the word is Steph Curry, man. Night against Norwell. Trey ball, man.
Hey, Norwell, if you guys actually have a restaurant, y'all need to get this guy. You need to get this guy. Fred been saying y'all praises all year.
Yes, he has. So yeah, I got Falmouth winning the first game, and Norwell moving on after they beat Falmouth.
All right, got Norwell moving on as well. After they beat Falmouth, Pittsfield and Medway, and the winner plays the High School of Science and Tech. Now, just like Nas dropped all those albums, the classic Springfield is making a comeback. The Western Mass is making a comeback. It may not happen this year, right? But if you are these Eastern Mass teams, I will be scheduling Western Mass teams for next year. Because there's a good 9 of them that's going to be problematic for the next 2 years. With that being said, I'm taking Pittsfield over Medway, and I will go with Sci Tech over Pittsfield.
I'm taking Pittsfield, and then they're going to meet High School of Science and Tech, and then back to Pittsfield you go. So I agree with that. Definitely, Springfield schools are going to really, really start to be on the rise starting this year and moving forward. So shouts out to High School of Science and Tech.
Fredo, go ahead.
I got Medway. I don't know why I got Medway. And I think science is about to teach him a last lesson. That's all.
That was cute. I got Medway. That town has really invested in the game of basketball, especially if you drive through it in the summer. You're always gonna. They got some big courts in those and some of the adjacent towns too. So I'm gonna go with Medway to win that game, and then I want to say it's going to be a tough game, but it's probably not. I'm going to go with Sci Tech.
Joey B's in the building. Shout out to Joey B and his amazing podcast. We got to get you on here one day, and I'm gonna drop it there in a couple of weeks. And
What's up, Joe? Peace.
What up, Joe?
Big Joey B in the building, legend. Now Fairhaven will beat Worcester Tech, and my sleeper of Division 3 is Greater Lawrence Tech. Stevie Martinez is Corey McCarthy's lunatic level crazy. And I think his players and the way the town of Lawrence is embrace him and the culture that he's bringing there has spilled off to the players. They got some good wins. They got some tough losses. Fairhaven wins, but they lose to Greater Lawrence.
Going Fairhaven to beat Worcester Tech, of course. I might pop up over there. But then I think they lose to Greater Lawrence Tech, so I agree with that.
The Reggies is a wild name too.
The Reggies.
Imagine a team being called the Bruces.
If the same team from Worcester Tech, all those kids we saw from last year, yeah, I'm gonna go with Worcester Tech. Fairhaven is shout out to the 99. That's the only thing that's out there.
You deserve 3 points if they win that game.
Yeah,
you said the 99 is over in Fairhaven. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nah.
There's some other things out there. I got Fairhaven winning that game versus Worcester Tech. Although Worcester is a good city when it comes to basketball. And then Corey's kind of talked me into this Greater Lawrence Tech thing. We were on the phone actually prior to the show, full disclosure, talking about Greater Lawrence for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go with Greater Lawrence to be Fairhaven.
Greater Lawrence is really good. I'm gonna go with them.
Here's the thing about our next piece, right? Lowell Catholic played Saugus. I got Lowell Catholic winning, sneaky good, but I haven't seen Salem. But to Brian's point and McCullough's point, because I ain't gonna get out here and lie, right? Ain't gonna be nothing. Salem beat CM, Masco, St. Mary's, and Beverly. Now, the Salem I know, they just put up 100 threes every game, right? So that means they must have somebody who cares about defense this year. So I got a little Catholic losing to Salem, but they're definitely the team to watch. Could this be the year for Salem?
I got Lowell Catholic beating Saugus as well. Then you play the buzzsaw, and it's pack you up back to Lowell. Salem is tough.
I mean, we've been talking about private school sectors, but Hasta Luego, Low Tech, man. I mean, Low Catholic, bro. Saugus and Salem is good, bro. Salem is good.
So I want to give a shout out to just Saugus. For the last couple of years, it's been a grind for that. It's been a grind for them. They are going to lose to Lowell Catholic, and then Salem. It's probably a plus 15, plus 17 game. I got Salem winning that game. Everybody, you've all said the same thing. They're a powerhouse in D3.
Yeah. McCullough say Elian Rodriguez, the primetime player. Then there's a freshman, Cleto Dang, who has a defensive force. Elian Rodriguez is a special guard. Shout out for y'all for staying engaged and dropping your comments. We will put comments out there. Charlestown, Essex North Shore. I'm gonna go with Charlestown. I'm actually gonna go with Charlestown to go on and beat Rockland after that. I think Jerry's been playing really, really good basketball. I'm gonna try to be in the building for that game so I can catch some tomatoes from the Charlestown fans. I'm gonna definitely be there rooting for Charlestown. It's a city league team, so I definitely 100% think they're gonna beat Essex North Shore, and then they're gonna have a tough one with Rockland, but I think they pull that one out. Set up a showdown with potentially with Salem.
Go ahead, Fred. I'll let you go. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna go with C-Town, man. The kid Jerry's been hooping, and the other guard, fellow High Park brother. So the backcourt's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with C-Town.
Who loves Hyde Park?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
what can I say, man? Oof. If everybody's on one accord, I say the upset on Rockland.
I'll say Charlestown will win the first game, of course. They'll squeak by Rockland, and then things get real interesting because they get sick.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll save that for the next.
Yeah, because I want to talk about that one. So I actually I like, one of the comments was Jerry might put up 60 in that first game. He could have a big night against Essex. However, I actually have Rockland beating Charlestown. This is why. I think as basketball fans, high school basketball fans, we all want like certain special matchups. Like we want to see Salem and Charlestown. And sometimes the basketball gods don't give us all what we want. And I think that's going to be one of those nights. Do I want Charlestown to win as a BPS supporter? Of course. I just think that it's going to be ruined. So I'm a little superstitious. I'm going to pick Rockland, hoping that they don't win. But I got for just some, flavor of the month, I'm going to go with Rockland to beat Charlestown, setting up that Salem game.
All right. North Reading and Auburn. When it gets ORR. Jeez.
Ooh.
I'm going North Reading. Old Rochester is going to win the next one. Old Rochester, man. Man. Year.
I was gonna say
every year.
Yep.
Boys, girls, every year.
I'm gonna say North Reading as well, and then ORR, Old Rochester. I've coached against them years ago, on the girls' side, but they do have a very, very strong boys program. So ORR, Old Rochester will definitely beat North Reading, but North Reading will win the first game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with G.
Yep, I got North Reading winning that game, and old Durfee friend Ryan Rodrigues is on the staff over there at Old Rochester Regional. Old Rochester gave us one of the best games of the tournament last year, late in the tournament, very late in the tournament. So I'm gonna go with Old Rochester to beat North Reading, convincingly.
All right, Chelsea and Hudson. Coach C's started with nothing, got a little something, and now he got it rolling a little bit. I think they beat Hudson. I think this matchup potentially with Cathedral is going to be tough. Ty Boswell. Here's the thing. You ain't gotta love nobody, but you better respect their knowledge. Ty has coached people out the crib, out the womb, middle school, elementary, high school, college, and he's been good at it everywhere he's gone.
Right.
Cathedral is always going to be good because they have a coach that knows what the hell he's doing. Right? That's why Chelsea is on the rise. The Chelsea Cathedral matchup is going to be excellent. I'm going with Cathedral, especially if it's at Cathedral. All that crazy depth perception that they got over there.
Chelsea won the first game, and I like the backcourt of Chelsea as well. Two strong guards. Their guards are solid. And I'm interested in that Cathedral Chelsea matchup. I think shout out to Ty Boswell. I think they get them though. I think Cathedral gets Chelsea, but that's going to be a good matchup. So Chelsea in the first game, and then Cathedral will get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cesar because he's been there the last 4 or 5 years and developed those kids. They're playing hard. I think they beat Everett by like 2, a tough game, and they played I think they played Lynn Tech or Lynn Classical. Like I said, I'm gonna go with them, and the coaching staff at Cathedral, man, they're good, bro. Shout out to them, and shout out to Jeff Cannon and all them. You know what I mean? Good coaching staff. So I'll go with Cathedral.
I'm just going to circle back real quick. The Charlestown game, I'll probably be in attendance. That game's going to be over at halftime. And then I'm going to move over to the Chelsea game, which is on the same night, an hour later, starts at 7 o'clock. So I will probably be in attendance. It's a very high percentage for the Chelsea-Hudson game. Now, listen, fellas, Hudson is not going to be a cakewalk. Hudson, remember I said this, Hudson is not going to be a cakewalk. Chelsea is going to win the game, and then they're going to lose to Cathedral. Shout out to everybody involved. We have friends on both sides of that game. But Cathedral is going to beat Chelsea after Chelsea slides past Hudson.
It may not be a cakewalk. It might just be a cannoli. They're still going to get. They still
Don't laugh at that. That was.
It's still going to get close. Is everybody?
Yeah, that's everybody.
Monterey versus Dover Sherborne. When it gets Tewksbury, what are we talking about here? I'm gonna pick.
I'll go first. I got Dover Sherborne.
Oh, you do? You pick them every year. Every year, this guy picks Dover Sherborne.
I'm going Dover Sherborne, and then Tewksbury's tough, man. That's all I'm gonna say. The winner's in trouble, and it's gonna be Dover Sherborne, but you get Tewksbury, and then good luck after that.
I got Tewksbury in the win too after the DS game.
Yeah, I agree.
Monterey wins. Tewksbury wins.
Monomoy.
Monterey. I mean, they play defense, so I took the O out. Boston Light Academy against the High School of Commerce. Boston Light Academy, sleeper team. I'm telling y'all right now. I don't know if any of y'all want to play Boston Light Academy. But hey, listen. Some way, somehow, hopefully the team is outside. Wait, did it start snowing yet? Because they better start working on their free throws before the next game. They're gonna beat Commerce. They're gonna beat Commerce. And then they're gonna put. And then I think they're gonna beat Abington. It's at Abington, no problem. That's a game I would love to go to as well. Hopefully, I can get there. But I got BLA beating Commerce. I got BLA beating Abington. Abington's not a pushover at all. But I got BLA.
I'm gonna go on and say, BLA is gonna win the first game, definitely beating High School of Commerce, and they're gonna get by Abington. That's gonna be a good matchup, but I just think it comes down to the X's and O's, and sometimes coaches do shine in the state tournament. BLA went on a good run last year to the Elite Eight. I'm expecting that, and I expect them to go further. So I'm gonna go ahead and say BLA will win the first game and then beat Abington.
I'm gonna go with BLA, man. Like I said, I think Bunk's the most underrated coach within these brackets, man. So I'm gonna go with BLA. So
now, when you talk about Coach Danny Bunker, right? So you got to talk about a guy coaching in the city, doesn't get transfers, can't pluck kids from other schools to come play for him. He gets what comes into him in the 9th grade normally or earlier, and he has success with those guys. He's got Will Alento. He's got Cremaparo. He's got RJ Jimenez, and he's watched those kids and he's helped those kids develop. And he's just coaching his mind off. He's just. I spoke with his wife. His wife said we don't even speak during the season. He's just so focused. I make him dinner. The dinner's on the dinner in a notebook when he gets home, so he can write his notes and eat his dinner. He probably wouldn't even eat dinner if she didn't leave it on the table. This guy's a maniac. I got Latin Academy winning the first game and then squeaking by Abington because it looks like that game will be at Abington High School, and that's kind of a tough place to play sneaky. I've coached there a few times, but I got Latin Academy.
I will say this about the Boston City League teams that they all have good staffs. Like folks have. I go to other places and they got 9 people on the bench, but this is not the case. I think you got BLA, you got Charlestown, you got the Burke, you got other places. They all got staffs, and everybody seems like they know their role. Diane Rehoboth against North Middlesex Regional, against Lynn Classical. Lynn Classical is a sleeper. I'm not picking yet, but go ahead, somebody.
If you follow me on Twitter X, you will understand how hard it is for me to pick Dighton Rehoboth to win due to some certain residents within the town. However, I'm going to pick Dighton Rehoboth because the kids are good at basketball. And that program just grinds and grinds away. As far as the on both sides of the basketball, boys and girls. I got DR and then Lynn Classical in the win after DR gets by North Middlesex Regional.
I'm gonna go with DR. Know the history of those guys, and I reiterate and echo what Coach Marcel said. They get after it, they grind. That's a great program over there on both sides. So I'm taking DR, but then you gotta travel to Lynn. And we have to put some respect on the city of Lynn. Great basketball is being played in Lynn at a lot of the schools over there. So shouts out to them. The winner of that gets Lynn Classical, and I think Lynn Classical knocks off DR.
You guys know how much I love DR, man, but this ain't the same DR. But I'm
not the same DR, Fred. It's not the same DR, Fred. It's not the same DR, Fred.
Nah, but I'm gonna go with them. And man, something about Lynn, man. They just all their schools, they just play hard. So I got them moving on.
Yeah, I got Diane Rehoboth, and I got Lynn Classical winning. We have the soul of Lynn between Brian Diaz and Carla Caboclo on here. And, Lynn has a lot more. They present. They argue with him, but they present unified on the state level. And I respect that. I think we could, as the Boston folks, we can learn a lot from that. And shout out to them. Hopefully, they make a run. But yeah, Lynn Classical, I got them winning that game. Stoneham and Belchertown. Jesus, the win against Weston. I'm going with Stoneham, and Stoneham's going to knock off Weston. Book it.
I got Stoneham, and then I like that upset too. I got Stoneham, and then Stoneham's going to knock off Weston. I'll take that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's definitely a sleeper team.
I wish I would have went first so I could have said that. So because the three of you are going to go with Stoneham to beat Weston, I will pick Weston just for bracket purposes. But to be honest, I wish I would have went first because I wanted to throw that Stoneham out there. I got a brother with one of my brothers lives out there and or has property out there, and he's literally maybe once a week calling me about Stoneham High boys. But I'm going to go with Weston.
All right, that wraps up D1, 2, and 3. And I tell you one thing, we ain't shit for taking forever. I just swore, so like the Catholic schools don't report me.
Calm it down, man. We're calming it down. Come on.
I'm kidding. Do what you got to do. Be brave. Be brave. Try your best. Try your luck. Let me bring this to the stage here. All right. D4.
Here we go.
Division 4
is spooky.
Hey, listen, hold on. Division 4 has one of the best teams you could put in any division, and they may win the state title.
So I'm gonna go on record. I'll go first in this one because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go on record. This is the Wareham Invitational, and the preliminary Tech Boston City team. Y'all gonna pull the upset in the first game, but
it's not enough. Get a higher seed. Tech is a high seed. They get the home game.
So they get the home game. Great, you get the home game. You'll pack out Dorchester. You'll pack out that small gym. Then you got to travel, and you run into the buzzsaw. These guys that you're getting a Wareham team that's done it before. They just won it last year. it looks like they're gonna mess around and win it again. So I'll say Tech Boston in the first
They
game.
didn't win it last year.
They did
Well,
not win
I'm
it.
sorry, they did
year
not win it
before.
last year. So the year before, they're right back again because it seems like they just took a year off break. So Tech Boston, you'll win the first one, then pack you up on Monday or whenever day that is, you get Wareham. So that's my pick.
You know, I said I there's some young coaches in BPS in the City League that I think are doing a good job. I think Kenny has matured a lot, and he's really Kenny Ramos has really pushed himself to become a better coach.
Yep, shouts out to
I
him.
think Davon Edwards from Brighton is doing a very good job as well. Nice young coach. Both played in the City League. That doesn't mean that some of the other young coaches can't benefit from improving themselves, and I hopefully that they take it a little bit more serious and do it. With that being said, I think Tech Boston wins at home. Marcel and I was talking about their guard play. I think they keep it close at halftime against Wareham, and I think it gets a little bit messy in the second half of that game. Oh, Emil, OB money line. Oh, here comes the OB kids. Oh no, but he go to Fairway. Okay.
Let's just keep it moving. So, yep, I got Tech Boston winning that first game. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's not gonna be an easy win, but I think they stretch them out at the end and they win by maybe 10, maybe 10.
Amari Rose, yep, from Wareham. Go ahead.
Yes, Amari is tough. That Wareham game, competitive for a quarter and a half, maybe, but Wareham traveling down there with the leak outs and just the plethora of offenses that they have that they run. It's going to be tough for a young coach. I think his head's going to be spinning a little bit, and Wareham convincingly, unfortunately, for Tech Boston.
You know, I was going to drop a hint about what I think it would take to slow them down, but I'm going to wait a little bit.
Yeah, save it because I
would save it. Next game, Madison Park versus South Hadley. MP.
Why we got
MP Rock?
I got Madison Park winning.
Quit.
I got Madison Park winning. It's at Madison Park. Yo, I'm telling you right now, man. Listen. Madison Park got a college team. And you know, I think the rest of the division just need to hope that they don't wake up and start feeling that way. Otherwise, it'll be a problem. But I got Madison Park.
I agree with that. I think I also said on my sheet I circled Madison Park and South Hadley as a D4 game to watch. I think it's going to be a good showing by Madison. I think Dennis will come up with some good things against South Hadley. So I think they pulled that off for sure. So I got Madison.
I got Tech. I got Wareham. I'll go with Madison. And respectfully to Dennis, like as a pioneer, a coach, but just Wareham's just different.
We're not there yet.
My fault. You know,
so
I can see the future. That's all.
He said I can see in the club.
Just as some information, we might as well get this out while we have a big audience, hopefully. So every Sunday, just about, we spend time at all of us on this podcast spend time at Madison Park running a program that Corey helped create or did create, which is called 617, 6WON7. We see the Madison Park kids a lot. And I got to tell you, what Corey said is correct. On the right day, those kids might be able to beat some of the junior college teams we have around our nice little Commonwealth. I hope they come to play. If they come to play, they're going to get rid of South Hadley by halftime. If they come to play against Wareham, if Wareham takes care of their opponent. And I know we're not there, Corey, but I just got to mention it because Fred did. That is going to be very, very interesting. I'm sorry I jumped ahead, but, I'm excited for Madison Park. I'd like to see them have some success. Those kids come and they work out with us and, we want it. We want the best for them. So yeah, Madison.
O'Brien, Ayer Shirley, the winner takes Wakona Regional.
Oof.
My group chat is probably going to be fried after this, but I'll let y'all go first. We have a lot of OB kids that they've been.
So I'll go first. I'll say it should be a good game, but O'Brien should squeak by, and they'll win the first game. Wakona Regional. I maybe this would be the first that I say to pick them. I'm saying that one to pick them, but
the first pick them.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a pick them. I'm giving OB a fair chance, so I'm saying it's a pick them. But O'Brien's going to win the first one, and we'll cheer you on, OB. I think that one's going to be close. I don't know who to pick on that, so I'm calling it a pick them. Y'all go ahead.
I'm gonna go next. So with Coach Drew going viral for his passion on social media, right? My man went viral with his passion, but I'm not sure it's enough to get him past Ayer Shirley. I have a decent level of familiarity with Ayer Shirley and their basketball program through the last two coaches they had. Ayer Shirley is going to give O'Brien problems, and I'm picking Ayer Shirley to get to Wakona.
Yo, respectfully, so listen, the great Murphy out of Ayer Shirley is not coming through them doors. They can get the Job Corps kids to go play for Ayer Shirley. Listen, it's curtain. Let's go, OB. Let's go.
Ayer Shirley's not going to win strictly because of the way that exit is set up off of Route 2.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Well,
you know why it's set up out that way,
right?
You know why? Surely.
So I got O'Brien winning, and I think they beat Wakona Regional. And it probably would have been better if it was Wakanda Regional, but I got OB winning both. I think for me with OB is just the issue I have with OB is like some of the they gotta believe a little bit for a full game, right? I've never seen a team just be better than everybody in the first three quarters. In the fourth quarter, it's almost like somebody took them off the freaking ventilator or something like that. So like they gotta figure that out if they want to win. But I got them. I got them winning both games.
Let me go back then. I didn't pick the winner of Wakana and Ayer Shirley. I'll go with Wakana.
Yeah.
Lunenburg versus Broomfield School. I'm sorry, versus Broomfield School. Winner take plays New Heights Charter.
I got Lunenburg. I'll just go. I'm gonna go with Lunenburg, and I got New Heights to win that matchup.
I got that as well. I got Lunenburg winning the first game and losing to New Heights Charter in the second game.
I got Lunenburg, and shout out to New Heights. They got great coaching staff. Cool, brother. I thought that was corny what they did to them before their little charter school tournament, whatever. That was corny, but I got them. They're really good. I've seen them play a few times.
I got Lunenburg, and I got Brockton on Ozempic, New Heights Charter.
And Brockton on Ozempic.
I just think that they're putting together something nice over there, and I think we're not done with them yet. Leicestershire, South Shore Volt Tech. I'm gonna go with South Shore Volt Tech, and West Bridgewater is gonna beat them.
Yeah,
I'm going South Shore Vocational Tech. They're gonna get to West Bridgewater, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Closing time.
Mm-hmm.
I got Leicester. I got Leicester and West Bridgewater winning that game.
Yep, that's all.
Upper Cape and Monument Mountain. I got Monument Mountain.
I'm going Upper Cape, man. Shouts out to the Cape and Islands, Upper Cape, man.
I'm going with Monument Mountain, just Eminem.
Eminem. I might get jumped. I ain't pick a K team yet.
Monument Mountain sounds crazy, but I'm gonna go with them.
Shout out to my man Leroy talking about OB money line. Leroy, shut up. My dog though, my young boy. Brook Charter against Northeast Metro Regional. I'll go Brook Charter, and they lose to the New Mission Titans.
I got the same thing. I got Brook Charter pulling it off, and then New Mission is going to impose their will, and New Mission will move on.
Yeah, same here.
Northeast Metro burns me every year, so now I'm going with Brook Charter. Brook Charter versus New Mission. With New Mission winning that game.
New Mission. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, here we go.
We were playing a school to be named later one year, and we were like kind of questioning the toughness of our team. I was, because I always was. I don't care if they were. I don't even care if they was getting arrested. I wouldn't call them tough. And the cheerleaders was performing at halftime, and one of my players decided to start walking through the cheerleaders. Right? And openly, I was pissed, but internally, I was like, yeah. So it's all a question of toughness, right? Can Tech Boston be the toughest team? Can O'Brien be toughness? Right now, more than ever, outside of the Burt and some of the outside of Harlem Tech and some of the Charlestown team, everybody is questioning the toughness of the city teams, and it can't happen that way. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all gonna do something, leave with something. Be tough.
Denzel voice.
I mean, I'm around the way. Anyway, Clayton and Mashpee. I got Mashpee.
I got Mashpee.
Listen, them tumbleweed towns, man. I'll go Mashpee.
He said the tumbleweed.
Well coached program over there. I'm going Mashpee as well.
All right. Whitensville Christian, Toronto, winner plays Millbury. I got Whitensville Christian, and they lose to Millbury. No upsets anywhere.
I have the same thing. Whitensville Christian losing to Millbury.
I think it's gonna be a census. I have that as well.
Same here.
Consensus it is.
Hamilton Wenham versus Frontier Regional. Home of Carter Williams versus Frontier Regional. I am going with Hamilton Wenham.
Same here. I got Hamilton winning. Wenham winning by 12-14.
Say that fast. Hamilton Wenham winning.
Hamilton winning. I rap, man. I rap. You know that. I got bars.
Me too. I
got bars, bro. So they ain't nothing.
More bars than the Three's Company episode.
Hamilton winning. Scrambling, babbing a bit. No, so let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. I think that might be the census.
Consensus.
Sorry, did I say that? My fault.
Right.
You and Greg both said it. It's okay.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay. Amesbury and Hampshire Regional. I'm going Amesbury, and I think Lynn Tech decimates them. Lynn might be on to something this year. I want to see a good old Lynn versus Boston showdown.
I'm gonna go Amesbury. Same thing. Shout out to Corey Bingham and those guys at Lynn Tech. Lynn Tech's gonna handle that quickly. As soon as Amesbury wins the next game, they'll fall to Lynn Tech.
Carver versus. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, Fred, did you go?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. So quick story. 50 applicants for that Lynn Voc Tech job when it was open. Comes down to me and CB. CB graduated from there. He put up 1,000 points. I say, go ahead, give that man the job. I got Amesbury. Winning that first game, and then Lynn Voc Tech is gonna make a run in this tournament. I've seen it from the beginning when CB got the job. and he's doing a great job. A Lynn guy doing good for his city. What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
I like Lynn. Just trying to remember a Lynn team that I lost to. Carver, East Hampton. Oh, there was not my fault. Carver, East Hampton.
Right,
Win
you
against
skipped the
Georgetown.
Narragansett.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Assabet
Oh my
Valley.
God, I'm sorry about that. Narragansett versus the Assabet Valley.
Assabet
Winner
Valley.
plays Manchester Essex. I'm going with Narragansett, and then they're gonna lose to Manchester Essex.
I'm going the opposite way. I'm going Absent Valley against how do you say it? Assabet Valley. They'll win that game and then lose to Manchester Essex.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with G on that one.
So let me tell you guys something, since I kind of know that area a little bit. Sneaky good job over there for a D4 team, for especially being in the Division 4 at Assabet Valley. But I'm gonna go with Narragansett to win, and then Manchester Essex to beat them.
Carver, East Hampton. I'm taking East Hampton. Doesn't matter. Georgetown will win. Georgetown coming off a state title last year.
Of course, he gonna say George.
Shout out to not Lawrence, Georgetown. I got the win.
I'm going with the town of Carver for multiple reasons. I'm gonna go with Carver, and then unfortunately they have to play Georgetown. They got the bad side of the bracket with that. And Georgetown's gonna get them, but I am going with Carver to win that first game at home. That atmosphere over there at Carver High gets crazy, and after that long ride,
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carver. Everybody good?
I'm gonna go with we talk about East Hampton Carver, right? I'm gonna go East Hampton, and then Georgetown is gonna whoever wins that. I'm going with East Hampton, but Georgetown will beat them.
They're gonna meet the Punisher. Sutton and Northbridge.
Yeah,
I am going with Northbridge.
I think I'm gonna follow that. I'm going Northbridge.
I'm gonna go with Sutton in this game. The home game by 5.
It would have been nice. I should have picked them because I would have been leaving with Sutton.
Yes.
Fred, who you got?
I'll go with Sutton. And I'll also go with Georgetown. I don't think I picked Georgetown. My fault. Yeah.
Okay. Blackstone, Millville against Mystic Valley. I'll go Mystic Valley, and they will lose to Blue Hills.
Facts.
I misspoke, and I slept on them a little bit. They're actually pretty talented.
I'm gonna go Mystic Valley and then they will lose to Blue Hills Regional as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna let Sel start with the next one. Go ahead.
Blackstone Millville is another sneaky good job. Blue Hills, if I'm not mistaken, is 19-1, and I believe their one loss was a close game. Blue Hills is going to be a very tough out in this tournament. This is down the road a bit, but that Georgetown Blue Hills game, that's going to be a great one if it's possible. But I got Blue Hills.
Okay, Sel, you'll start. Smithville Tech versus Winthrop. I know where you're going.
So, namesake aside, you want me to say that one of my most desired jobs ever was the Winthrop job, Corey, correct?
I'm a former resident.
Corey's a former resident. I love everything about the school. I love the design. I love the town. It's on the water. Like, oh man, you can't beat Winthrop.
Did they retire Dave Brown's?
Did they retire his number?
I don't know.
Or like one of his suits? But yeah, so even though I got to pick against Smith Voc Tech, which was named after my family, that's a joke for everybody in the public. I'm gonna go with Winthrop, and then I'm gonna go with Ipswich to beat Winthrop after that.
Agreed.
I'm going as well. So general consensus, I'm going Winthrop, and then they'll lose to Ipswich.
I spent most of my professional career in Eastie. I've always felt like folks from Winthrop are a little socially awkward, a little tap, but I'm gonna go with Winthrop. They're pretty good.
A little tap.
A little tap.
Before we get to the Division 5 and wrap up, special announcement. I don't want to scare none of y'all. I probably won't. However, don't be surprised if I'm back on the sidelines next year. So give y'all somebody to hate. Might sell y'all some more tickets so y'all can come and watch me lose in the first year, and then we'll probably be in the finals wherever we end up in the second year. So yes, that's hot off the press. It looks like I'll be on the sidelines next year. Can't tell y'all where yet though.
He's not coming back, you guys. This is podcast.
100%. 100%. I'll be back on the sidelines next year.
This is for 100%. Podcast ratings. Let's pick
100%. I will be back on the sidelines next year. 100%.
He'll be watching games from the crowd.
100%. You probably messed me up. I can't even find the screen. All right, come on, go ahead, D5. Hold on a second.
D5 is gonna looking good too.
Oh yeah.
This whole tournament is great. Shout out to the MIAA and Jimmy Q. Wait, we haven't mentioned our guy
man, JQ, man. I meant to give
Jim
a shout out.
Quattromoni. We have not mentioned him yet. This man every year puts on a great show for the public. He doesn't answer his DMs, so Jimmy.
Nah, that's a quiet assassin right there, man.
Look at your Twitter, Jim. Check out your Twitter.
JQ, man. Shout out to you.
That's out to
amazing dude, man. Just a great dude, and he could talk to he could have a conversation with anybody in the state, and he chooses to have great conversations with us, man. Excellent guy. All right, D5. Once again, we'll be on tomorrow night to do the girls bracket. Looking forward to that. Make sure y'all do your homework. Salem Academy Charter against Minuteman Regional. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the upset in this game. I'm going to go with Minuteman Regional out of Lexington.
I second that. I was going to go Minuteman Regional out of Lexington to face Drury.
Pause, but I'm going to go with Minuteman.
Stop. Stop. Drury. Oh, by the way, after the school in Lexington, okay.
Let me stop, man.
Let's move on.
Yo, I'm going with Salem Academy Charter, and I got Drury beating them.
Oh man, yeah, same.
Yep, I got Drury.
Wait, no, I got the school in Lexington and then Drury.
Yep. Avon, Bartlett, I got Avon.
I'm going Avon. I'm going Avon as well.
My son's an Avon graduate. He's a Panther. I'm gonna go with Avon.
I'll go Avon as well. I mean, obviously, those like Brockton kids, so
yeah.
Okay, Academy Pacific Rim, St. John Paul II, when it plays Hoosac Valley. I'm going APR, and I'm also gonna go with Hoosac Valley.
I'm gonna go with APR. Shouts out to Jose Zayas, one of the coaches over there, good dude. And then they will face Hoosac Valley. Hoosac Valley will beat them.
I'm going with the opposite. I know a fellow High Park school, but I'm gonna go with St. John. And,
I'm gonna go with APR and then Hoosac.
Okay, we're against Renaissance. Winner plays Eric. I'm terrible at Madden McCoy. I'm going with the Renaissance school in the upset, and I'm taking English.
Yeah, I agree with you, Corey.
I'm going Ware, and then I have English beating Ware.
Where are you going, Greg?
For me?
I'm going with where.
What?
They beat
What?
Isn't it where? WARE?
Wait, what? No, yeah, you fell for that. That's terrible. I'm gonna go with where and then English. Eric, he's gonna pack them up.
Yeah, same here. English's backcourt's really good. I'm gonna go Renaissance and then English.
Okay. John Duggan Academy and Hopkins Academy against David Prudy. I got Hopkins, and they'll lose to DP.
I'm going Hopkins Academy, and then they're gonna lose to DP.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with G. I'm gonna Hopkins and then lose the thing.
I got John Duggan and then David Prouty.
All right, we moving.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth Baston Academy.
Shouts out to the twins. Shouts out to Paul.
Okay, PR and Charles Mitchell out there. Versus Franklin County Tech when it plays Hull. I actually think Ruth Baston wins both.
Same here. I'm gonna go with the RBA and then possibly upsetting Hull.
Go ahead, G.
I got the same thing. I got RBA winning the first game and RBA upsetting Hull.
I got Ruth Batson winning the first game and then Hull moving on to face David Prouty.
Okay. I got Southbridge and Athol. I got Southbridge beating Athol, and I got them beating Roxbury Prep.
I got Southbridge beating Athol, and I got Southbridge destroying Roxbury Prep.
I have Southbridge, obviously slap boxing, farm country, and I do have Roxbury Charter upsetting Southbridge.
Well, it won't be an upset because Roxbury Prep.
Well, my fault. Yeah, but I got Roxbury Prep. I see them during Christmas break.
Yep, I got Southbridge winning that game, and I remember talking to you, Fred, from the Roxbury Prep game, right? You were over there checking them out. What, it scrimmaging maybe?
No, it was an actual game, bro.
It was an actual game. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go with Roxbury Prep. It's Roxbury. Roxbury's home. I mean, all things considered, the name says Roxbury on it.
Okay, Boston United against the Sizer School. Winner plays Greenfield. I'm actually going to go with Boston United, and then I got them dropping it to Greenfield.
I'm going to go BGA, so shout out to the crew over there. So Boston United wins the first game, and then they lose to Greenfield.
I mean, don't they got Lynn ties? Isn't the coach from Lynn?
I think so.
Okay.
I got the same. I got the same thing. Boston United, then Greenfield beating them.
Yeah. I got Boston United and then Curtains when they play Greensfield.
Calvary Chapel against Cape Cod Academy. I got Cape Cod Academy, and I got them losing to Hopedale.
I'm going Cape Cod Academy. Shouts out to the Cape, but then you lose to Hopedale.
Yep.
Same thing. I got the same thing. Cape Cod Academy. Low key, I wanted my son to go there. And then Hopedale.
Yep. Bethany Christian against Old Colony. I got Old Colony in the upset.
I'm gonna go Bethany Christian.
Yeah. I've seen Old Colony. I'm going Bethany Christian.
Okay.
By a lot.
Brighton High against Abby Kelly Foster. Win against Prospect Hill Academy. I was going with Brighton High. Dennis over Coach Dennis over Prospect Academy against one of my Prospect Hill Academy against one of my favorite young coaches, Davon Edwards. I'm going with Prospect Hill. Brighton ain't ready yet, but hopefully they'll be next year because Davon got cooking a little bit, like I mentioned earlier.
Shouts out to Brighton. Shouts on to Coach Davon doing a great job. He wins his first game, gets to Prospect Hill, and then a close one. Prospect Hill Academy squeaks it out, at least by 5.
Yeah.
They might play the game in Boston.
Huh?
That game might be played in Boston if it gets there.
Yeah.
We'll something later. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with G with that one. I'm gonna go with Brighton winning the first game and then be a close one against Prospect. They got this kid. He might be a freshman at Prospect, and I think this kid got a lot of upside. It's pretty good. So yeah,
It's a consensus then. Brighton, then Prospect Hill.
Keith Tech, Collegiate Charter of Lowell. Never heard of that.
You skipped again. Palmer and Bay State Academy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Palmer and Bay State Academy. I'm going with Palmer. Shout out to Lloyd. No, I'm kidding. And then the winner plays Pioneer Charter of Science, and the name I just cannot finish. And I'm going to go with Pioneer Charter. Right there. So I go Palmer, Pioneer.
I'm going Palmer and Pioneer as well.
I'll go Palmer. I'll go Palmer. I'm not familiar with this charter school, so I'll go Palmer, and I'll say on a win, an upset. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Palmer, and then I'm gonna go with Pioneer Charter of Science.
All right, we good? All right. Keith Tech, Collegiate Charter of Lowell. Winner plays Kip. I'm going to go with Keith. They're going to lose to Kip.
I think that's the general consensus. I'm going with that as well. Keith will get there and then lose to Kip Academy of Lynn.
I got the same thing, so we can move forward if Fred does too.
Mm-hmm. All right. Libertas Academy Charter against Fenway. I'm going with Fenway. I think Fenway can make a good run.
I'm going with Fenway as well. I think Bruce does a really good job. It's going to be an interesting matchup against Kip Academy, but I think Bruce can pull that off as well. So I'm going to take Fenway in the next two games.
We move it. That was ahead. I got Fenway winning their game and facing Kip.
I got Fenway. I think Bruce is a great coach and a great coaching staff. As long as the boys stay on task and don't get beside themselves, I got them moving on.
All right. Maddie CES Sports says, shout out to you, Marcel, basketball guru. Somebody likes you. Somebody gotta like you. That's dope. Boston Prep and McCain Tech. I feel like I know where Marcel's going next. I'm going with Boston Prep, and I got him losing to Holbrook. And I'll let Marcel go next.
So that's why Matty C hit me up. He's connected to Holbrook. I got Boston Prep. So Holbrook is going to be one of the toughest outs in this Division 5 tournament. If everything goes right, I mean, they just got kids who score the ball. They got kids over there, both sides, boys and girls. They got 1,000-point scorers. They got 2,000-point scorers. They darn near have 3,000-point scorers over there. And they got Coach Gifford, who coached Avon High to a bunch of state titles back in the day. He's still doing it. He's still out there running 98 and 99. And for the Avon guys and the Holbrook guys, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Holbrook's going to make a long run in this tournament. They're going to blow out Boston Prep.
I got Boston Prep winning their first game and then pack you up against Holbrook. It's not even going to be close.
Yeah.
Holbrook by a mile.
Great coaching staff at Boston Prep. I've watched these men grow up. I got them winning their first round. Unfortunately, Holbrook is really good. So, yeah, curtains.
I go see Collegiate Charter against Pioneer Valley, something. Very long name. I'll take the higher seed because I haven't seen them. I've heard of Mount Everett Regional, some battles that they've had, so I'll go with them as well.
I'll agree with that. I'm going with the higher seed, and then they're going to lose to Mount Everett Regional.
I don't know why, but I feel like Pioneer Valley might it might be a close game. I got them winning the first round and then losing to Mount.
So Argosy, I remember watching that charter school start with, I want to say they started with an 8th grade team and they built it. So they had an 8th grade team, then they had a 9th grade team, Then they had a 10th grade team. And then when those kids were in 10th grade, they were able to start, a JV and varsity and things of that nature. I'm going to go with Argosy to win the first round game against Pioneer. And then I'm actually going to go with Argosy to upset Mount Everett Regional in that next game.
All right. And that concludes the boys' side. All right. Before we wrap up, I know we went over. What's some words of advice to the players and the coaches? Let's start with the players. Let's start with the coaches.
Let's start with the coaches. All right, coaches. Now it's time to put your best foot forward. Come up with the best game plans that fit your system. Everything now is about a system. And you also want to definitely be able to, now it's a chess match, right? And it's also a marathon, not a sprint. So please use your X's and O's the way you need to use them, and prepare for what's next. Always think ahead, and make sure you keep number one motivation to the kids. Keep the kids upbeat at all times.
Right.
Well, obviously, I've never advanced that far in the state tournament like some of you guys. I think obviously X's and O's as far as coaches. I think obviously be confident in your game plan. Possibly maybe draw one or two like backup plays if things don't, just so you can make an adjustment. If, like I said, at this point, everybody has watched films on one another. I think possibly have one or two backup plays to make an adjustment if need be.
So at this point in the season, I would say you somewhat are what you are. If you are playing well down the stretch, you're probably going to end up playing well into the tournament. But you're just not going to change your feathers right now. You are what you are. Your team knows what they are, and you know what your team is. I think the preparation in the state tournament. So as an assistant, we've been able to, I've been able to make deep runs into the tournament and lose to eventual champions. This happened with Greg and I a few times. We were able to get rid of some people, but then lose to the eventual champion. So I think the one of the keys, a major key, is your scouting players, but also scouting coaches. Like there was a moment in the cities where Coach Danny Bunker from BLA did something that really intricate. I won't give it away, but I just thought, oh man, he's been watching that staff. He knows what the players can do. He's been watching the staffs. He knows what that staff across the way from him is going to do. And at the last moment, he switched it and it caused the turnover. So it's things like just picking up on people's tendencies and being prepared. Like Fred, you just kind of mentioned, it's good to have a counter. Well, if you've been coaching long enough, you're going to know what someone's tendency is and how they're going to tend to counter you. So just being prepared for that as well. I think those things can lead to a ton of success. And then also one more thing, not being too proud to reach out. Corey and I, leading up to state tournament championship games, were on the phone with some of the coaches who are going to play for me personally for hours asking, what should I do this? What do you think they're going to do? So feel free to reach out. It could be to us and it could be to others that you may not be your opponent. Like if you're in Division I and someone else is Division III, you're not going to face each other. Reach out. I think those things will help you have success.
Great advice. I think you stole a lot of my thunder, which is great. Shows that we all think alike. I think your identity matters. Don't go and watch some film somewhere and then think you're going to run some offense that's going to flip your identity and you end up being down 12-2 and you blame the kids because you think they failed at attempting something that you just decided you wanted to put in. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, get the most out of your 8 minutes, meaning that you have to be great for 8 minutes out of the game. you're a coach, right? If it's a 32-minute game, right? So 24 minutes belong to the kids. 8 minutes, you control those 8 minutes. The first 3 minutes of the game is the single most important thing. Whatever you're gonna run to really like mentally take control of the game, you need that first 3 minutes. You need that next 3 minutes to start the third quarter coming out of halftime because it shows that your mindset, your adjustment mindset, right? And you need to absolutely dominate the last 2 minutes of the game, right? Everything else in between that, talent and all that stuff, and like effort, all that stuff comes into play, right? You have to dominate those pieces and be worth your 8 minutes that you're putting in. That can get you either 10 points, 12 points, 20 points if you go on a run. All right. Now, number 3, if you be honest about who you are in terms of what kind of physical shape you're in. The teams who are in the best physical shape go far.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in great physical shape and your players do not have a relationship or experience with running or like game time speed, you're just a participant in the state tournament, right? I don't know any out of shape teams that want a state title, right? I know there was a team about 15 years ago. Might have been 15, yep, 16 years ago. There's a team. They had 2 7-footers. No, one was 6'11", the other one was 6'8". Did you get what I'm saying? The both of them were not in shape. They had no business losing in the States. They lost in the second round. They weren't in shape. Your mind is in shape more than your body. When you're fit, your body teaches your mind to make the best decisions when it's in shape. You have to keep your kids in shape, and part of that is not just running. A lot of that is eating, consuming water, right? And it helps people think on the fly. You have to do that. And then finally, steal the best things from other teams. Meaning that if you want to learn what another team does, and Marcel brought up tendencies, you scout their tendencies. You don't scout what they play. Because if you scout their tendencies, you'll be able to steal from them, right? Like watch what I want the best things from the other team, because if I can run it, I know how to stop it. So, and I don't need to scout what you running anyway, because if I play good defense, I don't care what you run. I'm gonna just switch all that shit, and I'm gonna turn you over. So that's my advice to the coaches. Transitioning to the players. Listen, man, you got a short memory. If you throw your hands up and whine to your coach, you ain't trying to win. Everything you do, don't get in trouble at school. That's not a winning play. Everything you do has to be a winning play. Being on time is a winning play. Paying attention is a winning play. Eye contact is a winning play. Diving on loose balls is a winning play. Returning the ball to the referee when it's loose is a winning play. Every single piece of energy you waste or you put forth must count if you want to win a state title. You cannot, if you obsess over the state title, you will care about doing all the things that you need to do so you can get on the court. And you better do everything but die in practice and make it harder in the game. And then you'll survive, right? That's my advice to the players. Anyone else?
I could go, but I could wait. I could go after the next person.
Go ahead, G. I'll go last.
I was gonna say, to the players, every game is your last game. To you seniors, you want to continue, give your best, right? Especially knowing this is the last ride. So whatever it takes to move on to the next game, be willing to put yourself in that position to do so. So for every loose ball, for every offense or defensive rebound, for every defensive stop you get, for every offensive play you run, do it at a high clip and at a high level, and be a leader to the underclassmen. Do it. Show them by what you do on the floor, and they'll follow. It becomes infectious. So that's to the seniors. All right. To the elite players, this is where you show your skill level. All right. You want to separate yourself. This is where you do it at. State tournament is where you separate yourself. They say there's a men among boys. Well, this is where that happens. So for you guys that play elite basketball in AAU and all that stuff, doesn't matter now. What matters is the state tournament and what you perform here. Because when you perform here, they'll find you no matter what school that is. And that's to any elite player.
Um, yeah, my directions towards the city kids, man. Keep chasing greatness. To piggyback off what Greg just said, like all you seniors, all the last 4 years, in the blink of an eye, you know what I mean? You see, your career could be over from high school, but this is how you make your mark as legends. Like, you know what I'm saying? High profile athletes in the city, whether you're a scholarship kid or not. My advice to you: every possession matters. Those 12 men that are on the bench, like the whole team itself, these are your brothers. It's a basketball's a brotherhood. Like I don't want to see you guys sitting and arguing for refs or trying to like nitpick for calls. I don't want to hear all that. You want to be upset? Be upset in the locker. Don't be not on the court because there's other coaches, there's other collegiate coaches in the stands watching. I don't want it. I don't want to. I'm tired of that. So we always get labeled as inner city kids, man. We have to be disciplined. So all you guys, whether you're from C-Town to the Berg to New Mission, BGA, BLA, all you guys, you know what I'm saying? I need for you guys to lock in and like Corey said, win the quarter. Once you get to the fourth quarter, lock in on that. And obviously the victory might be yours. And again, I would love to see city teams go to the Elite Eight or to the Final Four. You know what I mean? Because last week, these last couple of days at cities, that was fun. I would love, especially this D4, man. Some of you guys, if we were able to advance, may come across each other in the Elite Eight or the Final Four. I would love to see a city matchup later on in the tournament.
So I'll speak to the players as a player with telling a story. My sophomore year, state tournament. It's the first game. It's the first round of the state tournament. It's the first game I ever saw. You guys remember like kids with the newspaper and they would announce your name and they're shaking the newspaper and they have the gym was packed. It was a away game. I went to Southeastern Regional. We're playing out in Framingham. And I come out, I'm like 0 for 6. Literally right off the bat, I'm 0 for 6. And my coach subs me out the game. I knew I was coming out the game. And he walks over to me and calmly, my coach was a maniac in a good way, though. He's a great man. He's no longer with us. And he just sits next to me and he goes, Marcel, if you can't make a shot, I can't play you in this game. And I looked at him. He said, you understand, right? I said, I understand. Sub me back in the game, please. I wear high socks to this day. I had confidence is the key written on my socks, like straight up and down on the knee-high socks. I pulled up. I literally looked at my socks, went in the game, ended up with 21 points, was like 5 for 7 from 3 going forward, and we won the game. We blew them out. You have to have confidence in your ability to play the game of basketball. The moment cannot be too big for you. The kids bleed like you. They put on their shorts like you. They breathe air. They're emotional. I was not an emotional kid at all. I can't even remember crying as a child. But I cared about the sport. You have to go out there. You can't be too cool for school. That's corny. We don't want you out there looking cool. We want you playing. The reason why I played so well was not because my coach yelled at me. It was for my seniors. It was for Bobby Torres. It was for Chris Worthy. Orlando Galveo was a junior. I wanted to keep playing with my friends. I thought if I wasn't on the court, that they might not win the game without me. I didn't want to shine because I wanted to shine. I wanted to keep playing with my homies. And Fred, you made up a good point. You all brought up good points. But Fred, you said the word brotherhood. I wanted to keep playing with my brothers. And that's why I turned it on. I locked in. I thought I was locked in, but clearly I wasn't. I locked in. I had 21 points in the rest of the 3 quarters. And I got to play with my friends another game. You have to have confidence when you go out there. And you can't be too cool for school. You got everybody watching you. Go out there, play hard, win the next game.
Join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll go through the girls' bracket. Thank you all for being patient, sticking with the squad. We
We're
look forward
back.
to seeing y'all at games. We're going to try to get to at least 50 games. 15 games. We will definitely be live at the semifinals and the finals. Come say what's up. Don't get crazy. Don't do nothing stupid.
Shout out to Levon Virgo for the hat from California. Thank you, sir, by the way.
Shout out to the Society of the Yellow Hat. I know who you are.
Shout out to all the GPS coaches and this tournament. Let's go, fellas.
Let's
So my
work,
man,
guys.
Phil, man, let's go, Bradenton.
Good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everybody, yo.
We appreciate you guys supporting us, for real. We're maniacs when it comes to this. Shout out to everybody.
Two
That's
fingers
right.
up.
Thank you.